right, so
Fish
we now
sticks
begin
suck.
the planning for the
What?
assassination attempts.
Out of these fish sticks. How do you want me to eat fish sticks? So funny because he's in the name.
Okay, so here's what my thought of this plan is. Right now, we secure a house, we capture the bishop, we interrogate the hell out of him until he dies. Pass that information along. In the meantime, someone else runs the vial of exploding blood or delayed fireball, whatever, over to party number one. We just ignore that party from then on forward. We let them blow up that building all on their own.
That's the one with the cultists, right?
Exactly. The cultists are going to handle that party for us. Hopefully, everyone there dies.
Okay.
But we'll let that party handle itself because we don't want to be in two places at the same time.
But I just want
On
to
the day of the two parties,
I want to
we just
double
show up at
check
the second party.
something
Yep.
real quick. Did we actually agree for them to like attack the party and kill people? I thought
That was the whole thing,
Yeah.
yeah. We talked to the dog about it, right?
yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was more like we
Talk
were
to
gonna
the
kill
evil
people.
off.
I thought the thing we said was we were gonna kill people at the party and give him the souls.
Well, we said that we had the means to kill them quickly.
Yeah.
And so the idea was that we could use something and that they could administer it and then the soul could go to them.
Oh, they just gotta spike a punch bowl, and that works out well classically, so.
Okay.
And someone in that house, aka the son, is high enough rank. No one's going to suspect him whenever he spikes the punch bowl with exploding potion.
Okay.
I really think that party can handle itself. So then what we do is we all just show up to the second party, which is the more military one anyways, and we just murder everyone until they're all dead or we are.
I thought okay, so then are those the only two parties? I thought there was three things going on.
The third thing is going to be the church, the bishop,
Church,
and we're going to have
yeah.
handled
The
that
church,
before party
right?
day.
Well, we're at the very least we're gonna find out what the bishop is hiding under there to know more about what we should be doing from that point.
So worst case scenario, we put the church back on our to-do list after we handle the bishop.
Okay.
But at least with this plan, we would have like a set plan just to work off of.
Yes.
And we just blow all of our items in that second party. Leave the cockatrice real quick, set it off, walk into the room, start smashing people, just use the items we can as whenever we walk in, but
Brutal, baby.
we could over plan this forever.
I mean, so we have the
Right.
psychic paper, and we've already convinced at least some people that we're working for the Empress.
100%.
Is there any way that we could like Spanish
Right.
Inquisition this, where we just like requisition a bunch of troops and be like, "You're all under arrest for heresy," and then let them fight?
That's a crazy idea.
I feel like that's a better
a
plan.
big
than
idea.
The church?
I think that's wherever, one of the locations. I feel like that's a better plan than us
Would that not-
suicide squatting ourselves.
Would that be a bit too high profile?
That's the thing, is that's a big swing to make on a single piece of paper.
Well, what you could do is you could.
Well, I mean,
we just gotta find somebody.
the issue I'm seeing is like if we go into, where would you do that? You would do that at the church?
So, what if after we beat up the bishop and everything, we have Ilm replace him, right? And then we go and we like get a bunch of city guards, and at the ceremony, Ilm is like says something heretical. We burst in and said, "Aha!" Say, "Aha! We've caught you being a heretic. Everybody here is under arrest, and is going to be executed on the authority of the Empress." And then we'll take the bishop with us for questioning, and then disappear.
Cool. So if the church goes back on our list, we do that.
Yeah, that just seems. I'm trying to think of ways that we can force multiply ourselves, because I don't like, both in character and out of character, it's pretty expected that we're not like a combat unit.
Right.
So us deciding to just kind of like muscle our way through this is not going to necessarily work.
Oh,
Spend a-
Tiz completely disagrees. He didn't realize that. He came here for death and murder.
I mean, there can be murder and death. It just needs to be focused murder and death. Morin, this is me speaking out of character, by the way. Morin is
Yeah.
totally down to just murder people, and is not smart enough to come up with a plan like this. So somebody else in the party, probably like Bozo, would be the one that would suggest this plan in character, but out of character, this is what I'm suggesting.
It works for me. Would we do the church before or after site or party number 2?
You would need to do it. You would need to do the church last then, just because that method sounds like our get the hell out of town. Because if we remain, word like that is going to spread, and that will become immediately problematic, and we would have to deal on a much more direct front with people that we don't need to be interacting with.
Well, ideally, all of these things are happening at the same time,
We
right?
Yeah.
Right. But I
So-
would say is like we'd execute all three at the same time, or we would execute the first two parties at the same time and then delay start the church for us all to do the stuff we need and then fall back to the church where we bust the bishop, get the bishop, and then get the hell out of town.
I guess my thinking is that if like our plan is to like cause chaos and disappear at each location, that can be done at the same time, right?
Well, but aren't we making we're basically I thought it was like we're letting the Yugoloth cult cause chaos for us at the first one.
Yeah, so
So then
that
that
one's
kind of
taken care
lets
of.
us so that kind of like we send a group with him to the church and then the remaining group goes to the other party, causes the chaos there, meets up at the church for the bus, and then we leave.
I'm saying that we don't need to do that second to last part. Like we can just have Silver go in and bust the bishop by himself because he's not going to be doing anything. He's just going to be ordering people around would be the idea.
The main thing is we need to get the bishop to find out what's under the church before any of that, to decide if the church is even worth our time.
That's true. Maybe we should do that first.
Let's do it.
Let's kidnap a clergyman.
Yeah, we have rough plans for everything. Okay, how are we gonna kidnap the clergyman? I'm thinking the coin. Something to do with the coin first.
No, we just need the
No,
paper.
because the
We
coin
come
affects
in,
everybody.
we come in and we tell him
Well,
that we have papers
he's
assigning him to follow us to another location for a conversation. That's it. We just have to explain to him that he's got to come with us and we have orders that supersede everything he's doing. We tell him that explicitly. He looks at the paper. That's what he sees. He follows us to the building. We interrogate him.
Hey, please
Cool.
come with us to a secondary location.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So is that we're doing that before anything else?
Yep.
We last time had sent word about all the intel that we've already acquired, correct?
Yes.
Yes. If we die, we did something.
Yes. All right.
Mainly warned our players about the navies. That's one of the big things.
Okay. All right. So how are we doing this kidnapping?
The plan I just laid out.
Okay.
But before that, we have to get a building. And the guy here said he couldn't get us a building, so we're going to have to acquire one.
Yeah,
You
I
want
just
an
say we.
empty building around the church.
I mean, if necessary, we will empty it. But we're going to first look for one that is pre-empty.
Okay. Do a What is that? Investigation? Yeah, investigation.
I'll help. I'll give you advantage. Whoever has the best bonus.
I'm +3.
You're probably the best.
Really?
This is for what?
Investigation.
In-
We're looking for structures near the church.
I have a +6.
All right.
There it is. You have advantage.
Do the macros in this work the same in Roll20?
Like shift and control, yes.
For the yes or yeah? Well, no, because my it doesn't translate from Beyond to Foundry for me for some reason. So I'm in like the /roll 2d20.
Oh yes, yeah,
DH1.
yeah. Everything works the same. Yeah.
Look how well that worked.
No, that was
Annoying
2d2d0dh1. That was. I
Oh,
don't know
don't
what
mind
you
me.
did
I'm just
there.
crazy.
I don't
Went
know.
crazy. See that? That one didn't work either.
No, that was drop highest. You did drop highest one. You I don't know why you did the
So,
2d.
okay,
you rolled
so
a
it's-
19. You rolled a
Yeah,
19.
you rolled a 19 plus 6. You rolled a 15. Or no,
25.
25. Damn it, Rack.
25.
I blame you.
His
Yeah,
computer,
racked it up.
whatever virus is messing up his computer has made the jump into your brain. It's like when diseases jump from animals to humans.
No, it's like swine flu, but
Lev,
with Foundry.
Your patient 0 left. I'm sorry, but we're gonna
No.
have to put you down.
Right, listen, I'm patient 1. Rack is patient 0.
Oh yeah.
Alright? Let's be clear here.
I'm a deadly
What the fuck?
malady.
Yeah, you find you go around in the neighborhood and you do find an emptied house that's like been boarded and boarded up and shuttered.
Okay.
I'm gonna bolt
She's
some
the only
shackles to
one
a
of its
wall,
kind.
you know? Prep a little holding station.
He is human.
The bishop? Yes.
Yeah. The coin of enthrallment works until it's picked up.
I believe, is that what the description says?
It says when tossed up to 30 feet, all mortals within 10 feet are distracted as if by hypnotic pattern.
Yeah, and but the hypnotic pattern has a duration.
Okay. Do we want to give someone? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I officially want to steal that. What item is that? The silenced oil. I'm gonna steal that.
I have a +7
Ask
in
for a minute.
deception.
You don't need to steal. I can give you it.
Cool. Thank you.
Should we have Onyx take the mimic jacket to look like a different uniform to work as a courier to go in and tell him he's required?
Sure.
Thought we were. No, yeah, never mind. That works.
Okay.
We would recognize, like, Onyx was the one who spoke with him, right?
Yes.
Okay, are you changing what you look like?
That's why I was saying using the mimic jacket.
Changes your outfit,
That
doesn't
just change
change
your
like
clothing.
your face.
I mean, I could disguise kit
I
you.
mean, his face is a dragonborn, right? He was wearing
Yes.
a mask before.
Yeah, but he has a disguise of a not dragonborn.
That's true. Worked in the outfit. Okay, well, who's human? Who's
You have a
human
changeling.
adjacent?
You have a changeling.
All right.
Yeah.
What is her deception?
Yeah.
That was smart on her part to be a changeling.
Thank you.
She was trying to use it all last session and couldn't find a time to, and I'm like, no. Why?
Well, and we had said that, like, well,
I
like
do not have
we
a
had
good
planned that
deception.
she would use when we'd planned that she would use her shape change to be the bishop.
Yeah, certain. There's options.
I do not have a good deception, by the way.
Dang.
Why
What?
are you
How?
changing- doesn't have a good deception.
Shut up.
All right, if she's not good at it, I can like disguise self, and I'll go do it.
Literally, the
I'll
whole
also
point
say
of her
myself.
is to sneak in and murder people. She doesn't talk to people. She doesn't like to talk to people. Also, I always make my characters like dump stat charisma.
That
Watch
works
out for
out
those-
great for Lev.
Watch out for those charisma saving throws. That's all I gotta say.
Vanished.
No.
All right, do we want me to go in?
Okay,
Mhm.
so we're giving you the mimic jacket and the paper, and you're going in and telling the bishop he has orders to follow you to another location.
Should I make myself? Should I disguise myself, or does it matter?
You were there before, and you don't really want to be seen, so yes.
And I imagine we had a long rest.
Oh yeah, you've had a long rest.
Where's that button? Here it is. All right, first little spell slot. Kapow. I don't know what I'm gonna look like. What is the mimic? Who should I look like?
So a mimic skin jacket changes your outfit to be an outfit that the jacket has touched.
Oh, I'm just wondering.
I forgot you had to touch it.
It is basically a foolproof disguise self, but you need to have access to an example first.
Should I just be an
Outfit
Alvarez nun or something like that?
Should we send someone in? Should we? Is there a way we can use the invisible spider imp to have it touch the jacket to one of the stormtroopers so he can look like a stormtrooper?
I don't think the
I don't think the imp
jacket
can carry the
invisible while
jacket.
it's carrying it.
Yeah.
Well,
So it'd just be a floating
disguise
jacket
self
with
works
different
for
everywhere.
clothing and everything else. I just
I mean,
Right,
it's
but
a,
this
it's
one
a
is-
magic item. It would, if the imp put it on, it would fit the imp. Like, it's magic items work like that. So
All right. Well, then there we go. That's our plan. We send the imp in wearing the jacket, touch the stormtrooper lightly, so then he can come back out, give the stormtrooper outfit to him. Done.
okay,
All right, we do that then.
let's
Oh.
go ahead. If is that what we're doing?
Yes.
It's gonna blow up. But let's
Uh,
watch.
Let's do a stealth with advantage. Because you're invisible, so.
Yeah, let me just bring his stat block up here just a second.
You're gonna need a stealth with advantage and then a sleight of hand with advantage.
Stealth with advantage. Okay, and then sleight of hand. He does not have sleight of hand, so that's just a straight dex. Hey, look at that.
The passive perception is, even for a guard who's constantly watching, is still, 15. So he goes, boop, touches it, comes back to the mimic skin jacket, charged to be a stormtrooper suit of armor.
Comrade Silver, this is where you come in. You are to.
oh, then I don't even have to disguise self. I'll just keep that.
The bishop back here, using the paper. Do you have any questions?
I'm just taking to this abandoned house over here.
The one where we will be waiting.
All right, should I make up my own cover story?
Yep.
All right, I put it on. I look a little short for an Imperial stormtrooper.
That's such a bad joke.
Yeah, all right. Where is this guy at?
No, it's a good joke. It's fine. It's fine. How are you?
All right. I square up. I roll my shoulders. I look intimidating. I growl. I lick my fangs. And I get in there.
Okay. So you're heading to the cathedral to speak to the bishop, who you guys are pretty sure is going to be in the basement.
Let's see here. Should I have some urgency? Is this an urgent matter? It should be urgent. I need him to come with me immediately. All right, to the basement.
You are stopped at the top of the basement by another stormtrooper. It's just like, sorry, nope, not authorized down there. Just the major is authorized to be in the cellar.
I have orders from the Inquisitors. I need the bishop immediately. And I show him the paper.
Looks at it, it's like, okay, stay here. Goes down, comes back up. Bishop will be out shortly. A couple minutes later, Bishop comes up the stairs. And it's like, oh, what is this? A second letter from the Inquisition? Yes.
Shit.
You're needed with me. Come. Matters of
Who's-
faith, they're most important.
Whose authority?
Paper.
You would
You
know
have
if
to
it's
tell
Show him the
him
paper,
what-
dude.
No, you're supposed to tell him before he looks at it what he's expecting. So you'd say something, the highest authority.
He got told the Inquisitor. Okay, all right.
And second orders.
The highest authority. This is matters most dire.
raises an eyebrow, looks at the paper, scowls a bit, just like, fine.
They are Blackwood matters.
Looks at okay,
I don't know.
looks at the guard and is like, sure nobody goes in or out. No, actually, he would say so you need to go back down, and he'd shout down the stairs, like, bar the doors, make sure that nobody comes in. You come with me, and takes the guard at the top of the stairs with him.
Christ alive.
1 second.
Oh, did
Yeah,
we not
quick.
think that was gonna happen?
We're thinking here. What spells do I have here? Let's see here. Can I distract him? As we walk out, I lead them. I must think quickly. Let's see here. I do have the daylight spell. I don't think that's gonna do much good right now. Let's see here.
Just let him come along. We'll just kill him.
It is a single stormtrooper with this bishop. I don't remember their level exactly, but I think we can deal
I
with.
feel
a
like a
single.
bishop's a pretty decent level cleric.
I guess we'll find out.
Well, that's why I was thinking someone would have the coin ready. Somebody tosses the coin while they're distracted. We just murk one guy and chain the other.
That would distract the bishop, that's true, but wouldn't it distract all of us? Is the cockatrix like multiple use?
No, it explodes.
Let's see here. I don't think I can convince this guy to take a quick drink. Alright, I guess we'll try to kill him. Actually, wait. I don't have the juice, but I could get the juice, and I could command him to drink the juice. And actually, I don't know if vampires are immune to charms or not. Oh well, I'm taking him to the place.
Okay.
I mean, I'm in this situation. I can't really divert it, so.
I mean, it's fine. We'll have him enter the building, and then all of us will sneak attack the stormtrooper.
All of us except for Tiz, I guess.
Oh, let's see here. I guess I could. Is it worth this third level spell slot?
Tiz, I'm gonna imagine you're gonna have advantage because we're in a prepared position.
Sounds good to me.
Unless
I think
Lead
you guys can
would
probably
agree.
look out the window, see us coming, and you'll see there's an extra
It's
dude.
not-
So
That's not how you do advantage in stealth. Like, if he's obscured or has some sort of invisibility or something.
Well, I mean,
Like,
more in the sense of we are all hiding in the building, waiting for them to enter, so we can kill the stormtrooper.
That's perfectly fine to roll stealth for that.
Should we roll stealth for that, or do we just since
If
it's a
you
prepared
if you
position?
are no, if you are planning to ambush somebody, you need to make sure that they can't see you as they're getting close.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, if you guys are all sort of standing there, getting ready
Why
to
is
ambush.
this not? Oh God, what is my? Oh no. All right, I got control of this back. I'm just gonna roll the 2d20s. Okay, and then I have +6 to stealth, so that's fine. Long's to stealth, Tiz is probably stealth.
I'm gonna go ahead and silence my weapon.
Um, is the skull and a lantern already disguised? Or no, I guess we would have let the skull out of the lantern. Or no, the lantern isn't real. Right?
The
The
lantern
lantern
is
is
me.
a lantern.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't remember if you're hiding in a fake lantern or a real lantern.
It's a real lantern. It's
Okay,
just
well,
it's a lantern with a skull in it that happens to be on fire.
Let you out of that lantern so
Okay.
that you don't mess it up.
I'm just gonna like be
Bozo.
upstairs or something, like
What?
completely out of sight. Cause I think we decided I can't turn off my flames, right?
You cannot.
Okay, yeah.
Put
So
him
I'm
in the
just,
toilet.
no, don't do that.
Her?
I've spent enough time in sewers alive. I don't want to do it dead.
Sorry, Jim. You got no choice.
Yeah, my only big thing is I can hide even when lightly obscured.
Bozo, and I keep wanting to say Aerith. It's not Aerith. Vagabond's character.
Ilm,
Ilm.
Im.
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 Is she here?
She fell asleep
Well,
again.
but we're gonna assume that she's stealthed and is gonna be helping us in with the silent support.
All right.
Bozo?
So
Sure, this way. This building right here.
I can be invisible.
Okay, that's pretty stealthy.
sort of scowls at the building you're leading to. It's like, I look forward to seeing why this is so important that it couldn't be done at the cathedral.
These are sensitive matters. The subject cannot be moved. I knock on the door as almost like a signal. We worked out a signal beforehand, retroactively. Or I want to signal. I have a guard with me, and so everyone can prep. And I was like, oh,
Make
Pretty sure we were already expecting this.
Shave and a haircut. Two
I'm
bits.
yeah. I just knock an extra time. As like there's like one extra dude with me.
All right. Either way,
Okay. All right. So,
once they are in, all attacks on the stormtrooper.
okay. So let's see. Did everybody hide?
Yes, Bozo.
Yeah, I'm
invisible.
invisible.
Okay,
Obviously, I'm
Bozo's-
not. So.
And then I guess Vagabond died again.
Sounds like it.
Well, she's muted, so she might not be dead. She might just be quiet. Nah, she's dead.
She's dead.
Pull up.
I mean, the easiest way to tell would be to say something like, "K-pop is overrated."
Nope.
Yeah, she's not
Yeah, she's not here. Third, you
That's
have
a
access to her
Backstreet Boys
character
for
sheet
Asian people.
to roll for her because
I believe I do. Yeah.
okay, and you guys would know the relative strength of a stormtrooper.
He
Or at
doesn't
least you had-
out-level us, does he?
It'll be a tough fight, but it's doable.
It's a tough fight. We started what, level 7? And we were having some problems with
Also a single guy.
I guess we'll find out.
All right. Well, let's let's go ahead and roll some initiative, I guess.
Can I?
I need to click on something to get it to throw my initiative in here.
It's unfortunate, like my whole sheet on here
Point one.
doesn't have any stats.
Yeah, you need to use your D&D Beyond thing with the Beyond 20.
Oh,
How
that's
do
fine.
I do this?
It should just be the same app that you use D&D Beyond sheets to roll into Roll24. Should just work for Foundry.
But with this one, when I opened it up, it specifically said it doesn't work with Foundry. I thought.
Oh, don't know.
All VTT tabs, only Foundry VTT tabs? Alright, hold on.
I'm rolling out of D&D Beyond.
That's cool. It looks like I can actually roll with her token and everything.
Hey, now it worked. Okay.
What is it like?
Oh, it didn't add me to the tracker though, or add her to the tracker.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even see the tracker.
It's a different tab.
It's a different tab, yeah.
Yeah, mine says all VTT tabs, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
let
no, you have to
me.
do Foundry tabs only. For whatever reason, it doesn't like it being all.
That's dumb.
I agree.
Stormtroopers there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, I think I'm also
Aha,
talking like a
that's
non-map.
And that is still a no. That's good. Oh.
Manually add distance. Okay. Okay. So yeah, Silver, Onyx, and Tiz. We got a surprise round.
Alrighty.
And
let's see
Bozo.
here. What's the initiative order?
Bozo got a 3.
All right, we never had
4.
an honest to god clerk against these
Plus
fuckers.
1.
So I shall channel divinity, and it's a DC 15. I'm gonna try to fucking spook this guy. And I'll be behind him, so he should run further into the building. I think.
So I was gonna say.
Unless I can sleight of hand, take his helmet off, and he runs out, it'd be funny. But then that'd be pretty great. Anyways, I guess it's a wisdom save, DC 15, if he's turned.
Use general. I didn't think that I would need to use this.
Well, you
Man,
thought wrong.
Do you need the stat
No,
block?
well, I didn't make the stat block. I'm using the D&D Beyond one, but then I realized since Foundry is a window and not a tab for me, you will not be able to see my rolls. But that is a 15 for the wisdom save.
God damn it! Take one off of that.
No. Okay.
All right, I fucking kick him on the back of the head. It falls by one. He runs away.
All right. Onyx.
Movement changed to combat turn?
Yeah, it's a thing that locks it. We're not worrying about that because we're not doing movement here. 'cause we're
Oh,
all-
okay.
Weird. Okay.
Oh, you're back.
Live. Welcome back.
Sorry. Well, my roommate just came in with terrible news, and
Uh-oh.
she needed
Oh.
a moment.
Are you okay? Like,
I'm fine.
okay.
It does not. It's news that does not affect me, or it does affect me in so much as it affects her. So.
We can talk about it after we turn off the recording.
Yep. That's
Alright.
later stuff.
Okay, that hits. 16 damage. Tiz.
Okay. Wait, do I have advantage from being stealthed?
Yes.
Okay, there's the advantage
Damn
roll.
right.
Damn right.
12. Okay. They are no longer surprised. Eam.
Wait.
Oh,
I'm not done. That was one attack. There's attack number
Yeah.
2.
Oh, yeah.
There's attack number 3.
Oh.
And that second attack does an extra D8 damage.
Okay.
Just for knowledge, because I know people are wondering why I got 3 longbow attacks. I have 2 attacks per turn. I also have the Gloomstalker Dread Ambusher ability, which at the start of your first turn each combat, your walking speed increases by 10 feet. If you take an attack action that turn, you can make an additional weapon attack action as part of that action, dealing an extra D8 damage on a hit.
All right. Roll
I
that D8.
forget. Do
Should add your
Rogue?
extra D8.
rogues have 2 attacks by level 5?
No, they'd never
No.
get multiple attacks.
So someone I swear did something. Oh no, they would do like an attack and then
I'm not a
Bonus
rogue.
Yeah, a
action,
bonus action.
reaction.
attack.
Yeah, bonus action thing. Yeah. No, we're good.
No, he was
This is-
asking for himself.
I am. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's my 3 attacks
All right.
with
Ian.
the extra D8. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That first hit also did. I forgot to roll the rest of the damage on that first hit. Oh yeah, actually, sorry, I did roll the first hit. If you scroll up to just before combat started, Hail of Thorns, piercing damage 9 on a DC 13 save.
Okay. DC 13. What is that? A dex save?
Yes.
It's a 20. So.
Okay, he takes
Okay.
half then.
Okay.
So he'll take an additional 4 damage of piercing.
Okay. Are you
16 for
using a
me,
magical
20
weapon?
total.
10, 15, 22,
But is it a magic weapon?
34 damage.
I don't
Are
think any
you
of us
using
have
a
magic
magic weapon?
weapons.
I mean, yeah, that's actually, yeah, it'd be +1 damage on all those
You have a +1
because of the
weapon?
magic weapon. No, I have the spell magic weapon.
Oh,
That
I have
makes it a
one.
magic
I have
weapon.
1 hour concentration,
All right.
so +1 damage to every hit. So an additional 3 damage on top of that. So 12, 15, 22, 27, 33, 37 damage, all magical.
Yep. Onyx, do you have a magic weapon?
No.
All right. Ouch.
Yeah, I used the
that
first
hurt.
and second level spell slot because I figured this would be important.
His
This is how you
armor
keep
is
vampires out of your
broken.
fucking swamp.
Im.
Lay down
You're
for
all
me. I'm
wondering
so
what this
sorry.
is.
I was gone when this fight started.
There, you guys have lured the Archbishop and a Stormtrooper guard into an abandoned house near the cathedral, and once they are inside the house and out of earshot, you guys are all ambushing them.
We're focusing on the stormtrooper.
Let's see. Yeah, I do believe I have. I'm gonna hit the stormtrooper then. It's two-handed.
Where the fuck did I put the bishop's token? Did I delete him? What the hell? Sorry. Bludgeoning, two-handed, and do you have a magic weapon?
I don't.
Alright. Okay, and you are level 5.
Mhm.
So I
I was
believe
waiting.
you get- Okay. Yep.
But that doesn't hit. But I'm gonna use a key for a flurry of blows.
Okay. The 23 hits.
The 18 doesn't. They didn't ignore the first one.
The 18 does not, so it's additional.
No, it's level 8 when my fist can punch ghosts, or level 6 when my fist can punch ghosts, or when they become magical. So.
does this stormtrooper have a shield or something?
Wait a second, did I misread that? Oh, 18 does hit. Never mind. Sorry. I was looking at a different stat block you sent me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He is looking rough. The bishop is also after it. They rolled the same initiative, funnily enough. All right. Morin.
Oh, by the way, is the bishop within 5 feet of him?
Yes.
Okay, who all's within 5 feet of him?
Almost everybody.
Okay.
Presumably at least Elm.
And
Yeah.
and I think Onyx.
No,
Or
Onyx
does
shot,
Onyx have a bow?
Onyx
No,
shot him
Onyx
with the
has a
bow,
bow.
Never mind, he has a short
Yeah.
bow. Yeah.
and Silver, right? Because Silver's behind them.
Silver's
Yeah.
just behind him. Yep.
I gotta reposition myself.
Okay. Morin.
Fireball is public.
Just fireball him in the face. I think that would hit everybody in this room.
Well, I just meant
It
fire it
would-
out the window. Just kill
Um,
people for no reason.
Hypnotic pattern would probably hit everybody as well. I think it's just got to be an Eldritch Blast.
Viable.
Well, you're a warlock. I thought you're.
I know it's
freaking
boring.
sorcerer.
I'm gonna float down the stairs and just be like, ah, and shoot laser beams out of my eyes.
Out of the toilet.
That's one hit.
1 hit for 3 force damage. Take that.
Alright. Bozo.
Rummages around and he picks up. He produces just a small piece of like just metal that hangs about on his, or a piece of like bone that hangs about on his disguise, and catapult at the stormtrooper.
What is the 25 on that saving throw? Silver, please make me a dexterity save.
What?
I dodge it.
What's your DC for catapult?
14.
Okay. Please roll damage.
$16.
Okay, Silver, you take 16 bludgeoning damage.
All right, I'm turning traitor.
Silver, it is now your turn.
I can cast command on the robot. I tell him to fucking self-destruct. All right. Instead, I'm gonna cast command on the cleric man. I think. Big bishop. All right. Let's see here. Actually, wait. Do I have something that's not a wisdom save? Fuck. Love a non-wisdom save right now. What date are we gonna do the sabotages today or?
No, tomorrow.
All right, I'll just fuck it. We're gonna cast a 3rd level hold person, and we're gonna cast on both of them.
Okay. That a wisdom save?
Yep.
What's your DC?
15.
The bishop gets 15 on the dot.
Can you stop?
The
For once?
The stormtrooper gets a 9. So the
Good.
stormtrooper is held.
Go get your advantage, your fucking guaranteed criticals or something. Get in there, kill him.
Okay.
Paralyzed,
Onyx.
right?
Yeah, he's
Is it guaranteed critical?
If
For
you're
melee
like within
attacks,
5
yeah.
feet. Yeah.
Okay, well, Onyx is going to lunge at him with his rapier then.
You can't dodge you fucking stabbing him in the throat.
I've never done the auto critical. How do I do that?
just
I think you can tick it in the hit beyond 20, and I think yours force crit.
Attack every time, roll with advantage, ask for roll, super advantage, no. Oh, force crit, okay.
Yeah, super mega advantage.
so you miss, but yeah.
Good God.
That's the damage. It's a wait.
No, that's
No,
the roll.
that's the roll.
Oh,
I
okay.
got
Rolled
a
a
7 and an 8.
I thought since this is a guaranteed crit, it just hits.
He's still wearing
No.
heavy armor.
Yeah,
No.
the armor saves him.
Guaranteed crit is just it's a crit.
For damage. Well,
Yeah,
that's
still-
sad.
Even if somebody is unconscious and you're trying to like coup de grace them, you still need to hit them. So,
Well, hopefully Nash has more luck than I do.
Nash. It's,
Well, I'm just
Although
turning on.
He's probably not going to want to do melee though.
Oh yeah, I have to do melee, don't I?
I don't
If
know.
you
The
want-
funny
The auto
funny thing
crit.
about heavy armor is like getting these guys pinned on the ground and stabbing them in a joint is how you kill them, and this should be the easiest
Yeah.
thing in the fucking
Yeah.
world.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
disagree.
D&D doesn't take certain things into account, and then other things are there. It's just no system is perfect.
But it's with a short sword too. Go ahead and can I?
Okay, that's 1d6 plus 4.
Apply half damage. Apply this. Apply double damage. Oh no, that's just apply.
There's the extra damage.
Well, it's not
some
the
reason-
plus 4, but so 2, so 8.
Wait, even with force grit?
Well, because you're not adding
Oh,
plus
yeah.
4, but you do. I think you get your once per turn. Like, is the extra D8 damage thing? So that is.
Oh, that extra D8 damage only happens in turn 1.
Oh, I thought that it was okay. Well, anyways, that second amount is enough to kill him. So
Cool.
He's dead.
Get him in the heart.
I'm-
Get him out of here.
I was only trying. If it's possible, I only got next to him, not the cleric, and then I back up from further away from the cleric, like shutting the door behind them, kind of getting in his way from the door.
Well, I should be blocking the door, I hope.
I help.
I assume that the door shutting was the signal for this to happen. Otherwise, somebody
Yeah,
just
we would-
walking by outside.
Yeah, we wouldn't
It's
really
like,
want them to do
oh
that.
my!
Well, I will attempt to block any other forms of egress.
Okay. The bishop looks around and curses you all, and casts Spirit Guardians.
That
I can't
sucks.
see-
Anybody got counterspell?
I think
Bozo?
Mr. Silver is the only full caster. who
I'm
have
a clerk.
verbal.
I don't think
Why
that's
not?
a spell available to me.
No, I don't think it is.
Clerks? No, they're mainly accountants. The clerics also no.
Cool. Well,
Eam. Start of your turn. Spirit Guardians. All right, you're just not gonna let me roll this game. Okay. Do a Dex save, please. Wisdom. No, sorry, Wisdom save. Wisdom save. Oh, Vagabond, are you gone again?
No, I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Uh,
Wisdom save because you are in a Spirit Guardians.
gross. Okay.
You take 17 radiant damage.
Oof.
And your speed is halved. You may now go about your turn.
You're a shadow monk, right?
Please hit him a million times so he stops.
Yes, I am.
Let me provide
Uh,
advantage for you. Surely I'm flanking.
You could put a silent spell on him, which would prevent him from casting any more spells with verbal components.
It is not something I have, so I'll not be doing that.
He is also shouting and making a ruckus.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's actually what I had. That's what I was
Traitors!
thinking.
Heathens!
Yes, I am
Illusion.
going
What are you
to
hiding?
use an action to drop the silent spell on him.
You have a silence. Excellent.
The silence... I don't think silence turns the spell off.
It will not turn the spell off, but it will
It
prevent him from
doesn't.
casting any further spells
This is true.
that have verbal components. So if he wants to like,
We can still break. We still
Yeah.
have to break his
yeah,
concentration.
and if we, the big thing is if we break his concentration, then he will drop the spirit guardians and he won't be able to recast it.
And I believe the additional rogue features is if you spend a key point, you can still make your bonus action unarmed strike.
Punch him in the throat.
All right. All right, I will punch him in the throat or try to.
Yep, that hits.
Concentration check.
Alright. Yep. 20.
Ah.
Alright, Morin.
Um,
Let's get a wisdom save.
okay. Oh, I'm actually somewhat decent at that. Nope.
Nope. 17 radiant damage.
Ouch. What kind of armor is he wearing?
He is wearing a as sort of everything has been happening, you realize there is a glint of some metal underneath his robes, like a chain shirt.
I'm trying to calculate the odds here. trying to think. Is it better to try and do 2 Eldritch Blasts, which are 2 concentration checks, or try and do Hypnotic Pattern? I mean, Wisdom is his good save, so I think we're gonna try and Eldritch Blast him. Okay, well, 1 concentration check.
Yep. Give me a second. No, wait a second. What am I doing here?
Oh,
I didn't have his health properly set. That's fucking why. Great.
so another thing to note is the radius of Spirit Guardians is 15 feet, right? And the silent spell goes out for what?
20. It's a 20 foot
20 feet?
radius.
Okay. So I would have to like move out of.
You would break
I'm-
line of sight to do that. Does Eldritch Blast have a verbal component? I
It
thought
does, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be able to cast on him then,
Okay.
Go bite him.
unless you can find me houses with like a 20-foot hallway. Well, there are. Roll a luck check. Roll just a d20. High is better. Yeah, you're fine. You got him in a long hallway. You had
Okay.
just planned out. So
Okay.
you straight up.
Well, Hypnotic Pattern does not have a verbal component, so I could have cast that as a backup. But this
Yeah.
this is fine too. Did he make his concentration check?
Number 20.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, regardless, I am now out of the Spirit Guardians, so.
Okay. Bozo.
Alrighty.
Bozo,
By
are you? I would.
using.
Catapult has pretty long range, so you're.
Catapult
You
has a range
catapult
of
again and hit me, Rack. I'm going to fucking die, and,
And
I
it
will fucking go to
actually-
your house.
It's a range, but it
I'm trying
goes
to think if you're within
up
range
to
of
like
Spirit
90
Guardians. Is the
feet.
thing.
No, I sat in the back.
Yeah.
He's
You
probably
said
sitting in
away
that
from
same
him.
hallway, yeah.
Which is why, by using the the Smith's tools, I'm going to take an action, and I'm going to create a. It's going to look like a small, like Hercules beetle that is sort of mechanical, and it will be my Eldritch Cannon. And it will be my Force Ballista.
Alright.
Um, determine it has legs. Within 60 feet of
you can
it.
make the attack. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the flavor of the
Yeah,
Hercules
it's a
beetle. We all know what it does.
I don't. I haven't
Oh,
played Artificer before.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry then. Apologies. Yep, that hits.
20. So that's 2d8 force damage.
He
Takes
is
10 force damage.
He dies. Hit him in the
And
head
I'm just
and
gonna
just.
Well,
scoop.
we're aiming to knock him unconscious and not murder him.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't.
It is
that's
force
you
damage.
can't do that with range damage.
Yeah,
so.
you can't do non-lethal damage with ranged attacks. I guess it's up to the DM generally, whether or
Nobody-
not NPCs get
We were gonna have him.
death saving
We were gonna have
throws.
him.
The whole
We
point
were
of this
going
mission
to have
was to take him
him-
alive.
Then don't make the ranged attack.
Then I'm okay. Then I won't.
Yeah, we can just skip until we get back to a ranged person. Or to a melee person.
Yeah, I don't have anything that can do anything like that. So yeah,
Can he do anything that would break his concentration, like a CC spell?
I guess instead of I can blast him. I'm an artillerist. I can blast him.
Very hard to
Like, that's all I got.
shoot someone. Yeah.
I can't.
It's fine.
I don't have anything that isn't shoot him.
Maybe I should have gone for the hypnotic pattern.
All right, so we're just gonna skip Bolo. I assume.
But I will, instead of the force ballista, it will still be a beetle and it will be a protector. And it's just gonna move. What, I'm next to you, right, Thur?
Yeah, in the hallway.
All right, it's gonna put out its burst of positive energy, and me and you are both gonna get we're gonna get 8 temporary hits.
All right.
Cool.
Silver, let's get a wisdom save. You succeed. You take 5 radiant damage.
And now go up and
Where's
punch
this
him in the
from?
face. From the Spirit Guardians.
Wow. I don't see anyone else doing wisdom saves.
What? They've all been making.
But yeah,
wisdom
we've all
saves.
been making wisdom saves.
All right. I'm gonna mace him in the back of the head. Stop it.
Right? That
Seriously,
does
one
not one. All right. Is
Oh wait, I can't do that. All right, 1 second. Rewind. This here. What do I have? Now, hear me out.
Wait,
Hear me out. Now, Toll the Dead. You think it's intended to kill people? What if I just tell them to go to bed?
nope. The opposite.
All
of
right,
what we-
fine. I'll spend another spell slot. Fucking stop it.
Okay. You're actually in a silence, so you can't.
Well, we don't
Do
do that
verbal.
then. All right, I'll hit him for 1.
Right. He
Concentration
turns around,
check.
like mouths ow at you.
Actually, no, wait. Let's see here. Wait, my grapple will be just as good. Wait, my grapple will be slightly better. Fucking cleric, man. What the fuck?
It's that cleric on cleric action. So.
Two
So are you
old
grappling or are you bonking? Like, I need to know.
What am I gonna do with a fucking grapple? I hit him for 1 damage.
Okay. He fails his concentration.
Men. Yes.
Yeah, I did.
There we go.
Onyx.
oh my god.
Now I should.
Now, I mean, so it's gonna be a rapier attack, but I could do it non-lethally somehow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just smack him with the side of it or the pommel or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
you know.
gonna-
We've seen this. It's happened in The Princess Bride. It's possible. Okay. Can you deal 7 damage? Yeah, he's out cold.
Okay.
Jeez. Alright. You got a dead stormtrooper and an unconscious priest.
Cool.
I'm gonna put my Hercules beetle on my shoulder.
I'm gonna just kind of slip back out the door and make sure that, you know, there aren't troops bearing down on us.
Make a perception check.
Actually, I think. Well, I'll let you do that, but I'm gonna heal myself.
You don't
Those
see
are
any-
quick
Anybody want to
ones.
give me an advantage?
I'll give you advantage once I heal myself. I walk outside. I am a stormtrooper, and I'm like, citizens, go along your business.
There's my advantage roll.
You look outside and like there's not really many people out there. There's one drunkard just sitting on a stoop like half a block away, but just like go about your business. You're like, aye, sir. Just waddles away.
Perfect. Wanted to make sure I didn't need a rope trick to have us all disappear for a while.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna I guess stand out here since I get to make appearances or something. I
Alright,
don't know.
so who's doing what? Silver, standing guard, making appearances.
We're going to bind him.
Okay.
trying to think how we can question
If
him
you're going back to
without fear of him casting a spell.
Well, start by gagging him and binding his hands so he can't use
Yes.
verbal somatic.
Yes, yes,
And
yes. I mean,
then-
we're gonna do that, but I'm trying to think
Interrogate him
in
if he's
general.
gagged. At least bind his hand.
Or, cut off some fingers so he can't use spells ever again.
Is that true? Do you need fingers for all spell casting?
You need to
For
be able
somatic
to make somatic
components, yeah.
components. You can like there's people who probably have prosthetic ways to do it and stuff. Like
Oh,
He's,
yeah.
not, he's not going to be
Only-
doing it right
but
now.
if you're not
There's
trained
prosthetic
in it,
ways, and
Yeah.
there's meta magic.
Yeah,
No.
there. If you doubt that he would have the training to do it. That would take like
It-
work and specialization.
It seems like we could just tie his hands
And
and
look for
fists
these
so
great
they're
Disney
useless,
movies.
right? Like we don't have to cut off his fingers immediately.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do that.
No, I'm not saying we cut off his fingers. Just bind his hands.
While we're at it, we're going to take away his armor and anything that could possibly be a holy focus.
Oh yeah, he's got
Well,
like
yeah.
a symbol of the maker on him. All
I'm
that.
gonna imagine we're just stripping him. Like I don't think we have a reason to leave him any dignity.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what do we find on him in his clothes?
You find a holy symbol. You find. Let's see, what else would he have on him? Probably not much actually on him. Like he's got a chain shirt underneath his robes. He's got his, clergy vestments, which are, real fine clothing and stuff. He's got like some sticks of incense and a little like prayer book, whatnot. Whatever the Alvarez equivalent of like rosary beads are, which is probably like a string of human teeth. I don't know. He doesn't have anything that you would consider like damning or useful intelligence stuff.
But it doesn't hurt to check.
I'm going to go ahead and go into a trance. Let them do the investigation.
Well, comrades,
Yeah, do some healing.
other than this, are we ready to interrogate him?
Yeah.
Well then, it is time to wait.
All right.
We, of course, lightly bandage his wounds, pour some water in his face, The
Pour
regular
water.
wake the
You
hell
can-
up.
Yeah, you can wake him up after a thing. All right, so you're just Silver is on watch. Everybody else is in the house waiting after binding this guy and disrobing him, and just everybody else is waiting.
Mhm.
Okay. Probably takes him like after being knocked unconscious, probably a good half hour before he wakes up again, even with prompting. After all, like the binding and the disrobing and the searching and such. And you guys are all still there, just ready to interrogate him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see, who would do this? Two people or one person with advantage make me just a straight intelligence check.
Alright, who's the smartest?
I think it's Bozo.
What a statement.
I have a 16, +3 in intelligence.
Definitely you.
Roll with advantage.
And I'm sitting there like
20 plus
arrow on the string.
19.
He is going to be noticed if he is gone for too long.
Oh yeah, we need to send the replacement.
Whoever we have, we must
Oh.
send the replacement now. His absence will be noted soon.
He officially had people come tell him you're needed for something. Would him being gone for half an hour really be unsurprising in that situation?
With the urgency in which we
for
pulled him
longer than
away,
an
they will
hour?
begin to
Yes, you're
question his
safe.
absence.
Yeah, you're safe now, but if he's gone for longer than around now, his absence is likely to be noticed. He was in the middle of something that he is actively working on.
Cool. So are we sending in the changeling or me? That's the only question.
As much as we value, Comrade, as much as we value your effort, I think the changeling is the better option here.
Vagabond.
Well, we can deal with that momentarily.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get the feeling, Lev, we can have a 5-minute conversation with this guy before we send her on her way.
Yeah, if you would like to.
I'm gonna start focusing on him, and I'm gonna change. While we're done this.
And then you could literally just take his clothes if we didn't damage them too bad.
Exactly.
Well, they're
Yeah,
not
but
riddled and force ballista shots, so I think they're good.
What did he get hit by?
It's
Monk
interesting.
hit. Yeah.
I think it was all
Eldritch
bludgeoning.
Blast. Yeah,
Except for the
Eldritch Blast
rapier.
yeah, it was mostly bludgeoning because the clothes are surprisingly fine.
There we go.
It's interesting.
Don't even
that,
have to use the cloak.
It's interesting that his spirit guardians did radiant damage, because that means his alignment is either good or neutral.
He thinks he's good.
Yeah.
I mean, they believe they're good. And they've been running a lot of divine rate and radiant stuff through all of our fights.
Above board thing, I'm not really an alignment person, and they're definitely wholly based in their faith. So, because he's not a vampire. Yeah. So he wakes up, groggily. What is going on?
You're
Well, he's
telling us what
gagged,
you're
so
working
it's
on. You're telling us what you're working on. That's what's going on. So what are you working on?
We are here because we have reason to believe that a schism is occurring within the church. We have also been led to believe that you are committing a most foul atrocity against our fair empress, and we cannot allow for this scourge to continue against her holy work. We are going to remove the gag, and you will tell us immediately what you are working on below the cathedral. And your path to the light will be determined by your answer.
Alright, make a deception check.
Do I get advantage?
No.
Give him the balls. I'll get you advantage.
Kick him in the balls. I don't think he's in a chair.
Not
So
gonna give advantage to a deception check. Okay. You remove the gag, and he sort of spits in your face, and it's like, "You filthy heretic swine! The Empress will have your hides."
of course you would go to such lengths to believe your own heresy to be true divinity, wouldn't you? There is many questions we could bring forth upon you with very pointed ways of talking.
Do a perception check.
Can other people perceive?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
Especially after
I'm
that.
better at it. I'm
Right.
better at it than you are.
He spit in my face, so I'm busy wiping my eyes.
He shuts his mouth. Just glares at you all.
No one else is perceiving?
I say two.
I know.
not-
I
if
know.
somebody-
I'm talking
if
to
some-
our other people.
Yeah, I asked for 2 perception checks.
Oh.
Unless anybody has a higher passive perception.
18.
You have an 18 high
My
passive
passive perception is 4. My passive perception is a 14.
My passive
Oh.
perceptions are 15.
15 and 14? The 15...
15
and-
for me as well.
Okay, the 15 would see it. His mouth is closed, but his jaw is moving. He is trying to bite his tongue off.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna reach over and pry his teeth back open.
Okay, yeah.
Stuck on that tongue.
Backhand him a little bit and be like, no. You don't get to bite your tongue off.
You nothing.
We understand that you might be ready to venture over to the other side, but we can make the journey incredibly painful. I suggest you simply tell us what we want to know, and everything can be so much easier for you.
He just starts muttering a litany under his breath, just repeatedly. Like,
What's he
will
saying?
return to the I will return to the Maker, and the Maker will reshape the world. Like, just yada yada yada.
I'm gonna float over, and I'm gonna look into his eyes with my empty sockets, and I'm gonna cast Charm Person on him.
So, wisdom save.
Yeah.
At
Uh,
third level.
Do they get advantage because you're hostile? Is that one of those spells?
If we are actively fighting them, they get advantage.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Even with advantage, that's a 7.
All right.
God.
So he is now. Let me actually read the spell. I feel like this will help. He is charmed by me
I'm going to
and regards me as a
take
friendly
another-
acquaintance.
I'm gonna
What? What are you doing? So I'm gonna tell him.
I'm gonna take a small bone, like another piece of my. Go ahead. You go.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him I am an emissary of the Empress, and I command you to tell these people all that you know.
Fellow servant of the light, you
Before
must release me. I must
He
stay.
answers. Before he answers,
Mhm.
I'm going to take a small piece of bone of like disguise, and I'm going to magical tinkering, and I'm going to imbue it with the property, and I'm going to record his answers.
He's just gonna look up at you more, and it's just like, fellow servant of the Maker, we cannot allow them to interfere with the ritual. It's the Empress. The Empress will not abide failure. Our souls will be at risk if this is not completed as she desires.
Let us take care of the ritual. Tell us how to do it and what you're doing.
You must go if you can escape, then you must complete the. And he lists off. I'm not even sure what I wanted. It's like a. Do you speak Celestial? Who
Nope.
speaks Celestial?
Somebody speaks Celestial, though.
I do.
Is
It's like, basically a long-winded way to say the ritual of reawakening, of like the unsealed or something. Like it's a big long string of Latin stuff.
Okay.
It must be completed, otherwise we will not be able to join in the Maker's creation after we die. We will be left adrift like these heathens. Go, please, complete it now.
and what does the ritual do?
Answer his question. And I must know in order to complete the ritual properly.
It will awaken those that the Empress has sequestered for the coming end-time battles.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
I know that it is brash, but this is urgent. We cannot allow this bastion to fall into the heathen's hands.
Yes, that makes sense. Go, my servants, and complete this ritual in his stead while we continue our conversation about this heresy which has taken root. And I'll kind of I guess, gesture with my head to Im to go now that she has the actual technical specifications of the ritual she's supposed to perform.
Yep.
And
I'm ready to go.
I'll let Tiz kind of walk her through that because he actually speaks Celestial, so I imagine he'll be able to do it better. But they can do it out of earshot of this guy.
Yeah,
Well, the two
like,
of them can go together because, as far as they'd be concerned, this is the bishop and the stormtrooper returning.
Right.
Oh. Deal. Yeah, I dressed up in the Stormtrooper's armor.
So that armor is ruined
What-
because
we
there's literally.
Oh no,
We
I
would
did.
switch
I'll
out
take
with
the cloak.
the
then.
mimic.
Yeah, we got the
Yeah.
mimic cloak.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just in case, I am going to pull off his helmet real quick and I am going to drop a disguise self to look exactly like him, just in case anyone checks whenever I show
A
up.
pile of
Pull off
ash?
yeah, you pull off the helmet and a thing of ash falls out.
Damn it! Well, I didn't see what he looked like, did he?
No.
He had his helmet on the whole
No.
time, yeah.
Shit. Okay, well, never mind.
Literally
going?
faceless. Sorry to tell you.
Yep. Okay, so you and Im head off. You were given the descriptions. It is a week-long ritual that must be completed on the feast day of the saint, and it is to awaken what basically amounts to an elite force of vampire knights.
Hold on, everyone. Make sure there's a chair in here, right? Let's make some steaks, everybody.
Yes, I'm just going to be like, yeah, just say these words in this order. It's very repetitious.
It is. He explains it.
Wait, who are we
I
working for?
need you to make an Arcana check. Yeah, Tiz. If you're trying to understand the ritual, I need you to make an Arcana check. No.
Well, no, I'm not trying to understand it. I'm just passing along exactly what he said to say,
Also,
or
I-
at the very least, the bits that I heard from DM.
Yes, but you are still trying to follow convoluted instructions and then telephone them to Im. So now, Im, go ahead and make an Arcana check of your
Oh,
own to understand these
goodness.
telephoned instructions.
well, the objective would be to just be able to fake it well enough to fool
Wait,
the captain.
why do we want to do this
Yep,
at all?
I know.
I
Yeah.
thought we just wanted
I'm
to kill
aware,
the
sir.
vampires.
I'm aware.
Let's go with that 7.
You
Wait.
do not feel confident. You are very confused. on
Is this needed to open the door or something? What?
No, so it's what appears to be happening is there are additional vampires in the crypts underneath the city, right? But they are in suspended animation, presumably so they don't consume resources until the Empress calls on them in an emergency. And this guy, either on his own authority or somebody else's, we're going to get to that in a moment, he's performing the ritual to reawaken them because otherwise the city is going to fall, right? Presumably to the siege. And so, like, they're basically, break glass in case of emergency, and inside, instead of a fire extinguisher, it's a big honking group of vampires.
And you are trying to get the You guys asked for the instructions. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying you need to
Sir
know
asked
the
for
instructions. Yeah. So the instructions were relayed through somebody. Im, you do not like it's.
Yeah, I did my part.
It's a bunch
it's
of
up to you
it's
guys
a bunch
to
of
fake
stuff
it
you
now.
would need to say in Celestial. It's so many ways you do not have the confidence that you could pull this off.
So
It's alright,
if I'm
I'm
under-
already bleeding. Let's go make a show of this.
wait, 1 second. Do we want to just let them realize he's gone? Because the second he disappears, the entire thing falls apart.
There
Well-
are options. I'm just giving you what you're asking for.
Yeah. From what I understand of it, though, if he doesn't show up, can someone else jump in and take his place?
That I'll ask him that actually. I'll be like, is there somebody that you trust to help complete the ritual in your stead if need be?
You, my brother.
Only me. Excellent.
Screw it, let's kill him and just not show up.
No, before we kill him, I have a question. Is there a way for us to walk the very much normal bishop, and he's gonna point at him, to the cathedral, hide this one, and then have our companion give a very loud, "I can't take it anymore, the stress is too great," and then we throw him from the balcony to his death.
We could go even farther and like,
I guess
that, but
the whole
Oh,
idea
if
is
you're
that
planning a suicide, I can do that for you.
I think the plan was that we wanted to have
Mhm.
the option of having somebody be posing as him. And maintain that. If it's publicly known that he's dead, even if it can't be traced back, then that we lose that option.
That is
Unless we want to fake him coming back as a martyr, like kind of how in the real world, divine
Give
beings
them
will
the
come
chance
back
to
and
have
show
a
up.
Jesus here.
Yeah, basically.
Am I gonna be Jesus?
Let's Jesus. We're gonna Jesus the bishop. Is
Like
that what
having,
I'm hearing?
I mean, we could have him come back and be like, I have returned with grave news from the creator. Uh, the Empress has fallen from his grace,
Once
and
again, that
Jacques
might be
Cartier
being
is
too
the
high
new chosen one.
profile.
Ooh, I like that.
That would be funny.
Oh
I
I
want to
mean,
be
God!
Jesus.
I mean, if it doesn't, I mean, it might not work, but it might be worth a shot.
I'm down to be Jesus.
Screw it. None of us are expecting these people to live anyway.
Well,
Screw
while
it.
we're here, we should ask where more of these coffins are, so we know too. I mean, a whole group of vampire knights seems like it should be more than 2.
I think it's 6 under the cathedral.
Oh, okay.
How dare you? Im's gonna live forever. I'm gonna bring her back.
Right, was it 6 under the cathedral and 1 under the other fort?
There was a,
Uh,
yeah, it's
there are more than 6 under the cathedral. That's just what the map shows.
Oh,
If you
that's
ask
what
him,
it
he's
was.
like the main forces under the cathedral. The ritual must succeed to awaken them. But Charles Cartier, he is beneath the fort.
Charles.
We must make sure that
Oh,
we must make sure that
Charles.
his forces are ready for him.
Well,
Is he the
look at
leader?
Charles.
Make a history check.
I assume it's another one of
I'm-
Jacques' distant ancestors.
I'm prepared to know nothing.
What?
Yep.
Charles.
Uh,
I rolled a 19.
Oh, I got an 18. I'm surprised.
If this gets desperate, I'm going to sending to Jock, and I'm going to ask him myself.
Okay, who is
Just ask him.
who is Chuck Cartier?
All right, I'm burning a 3rd level spell, my last one, and I'm going to ask Jock.
All right.
Hello, Jock. This is Mr. Silva. How you doing? Am I over my word limit? Wait, who's this guy?
Chuck.
Mr.
It's
Jens.
Charles.
Charles.
Do you know a Charles Cartier? He may be a vampire lord.
Jacques, go ahead and make a history check.
No.
Onyx, you failed.
God damn
Let
it!
me
I'm
pull up
almost
my
spell
other
correct. Try
character
harder.
sheet. Okay.
DC is, I'm gonna say 13. So
For Jacques.
for Jacques.
Alright. Cool.
For
We got an
Onyx, it
8
was
for
25.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not us
That would be
idiots.
impossible.
For Bozo, it's 25.
For Bozo, it's 25 as well. Yeah.
Alright, that is a 23 for Jacques.
23 for Jacques. Charles Cartier was the founder of House Cartier. That he was a very early vampire. He was favored by the Empress, which is why he got this. He was given the post that he was. Unfortunately, after he had kids, but still fairly early in his career, he became consumed with something that happened to a lot of early vampires, of a sort of a red thirst, if you will, and had to be sequestered lest he sort of do collateral damage and be unable to control himself. You know that he is buried somewhere within Bateau. You don't know specifically where. These are mainly just, family legends and stuff. It's something that the church keeps hold of. But you are fairly certain that he is somewhere within Bateau, and you had been told that he will rise again to join the Empress's armies in the end times, growing up as a kid. It's not really something you put much stock into.
So it's a doomsday prophecy.
Oh my goodness,
And
Lord!
he was
So
interred
it's a,
along with
it's a
his
doomsday
forces who
prophecy.
shared his madness, that were also interred similarly.
Out of character, I love this. In character, uh-oh.
So yeah, I'm gonna relay this. I
You
might
get
have to take
you
a
get the
nap.
relay
Ask-
across the message. You get a
Can he end it
relay
if he wants
across
us to
the
kill it or not?
message
Basically, it's a mix between
of
Blood Angels and the Paragons of the Klaxi.
oh fuck
Stress.
oh fuck. Oh,
Not dealing with that again.
fuck.
Well, I'm gonna have to take
You
an
get a
8-hour nap
message.
to ask
You get a
Cartier
reply.
what to do with that.
You
so we
get a
might just go.
reply. You get a reply. Can I not reply?
You can
can
reply.
Reply.
You have
Yeah,
But I
25
imagine
words.
words.
When you send the message, do I not get the reply?
Yeah, you do. You have
Or do I?
25 words.
You get the reply that says, he is a monster. Um, a family legend.
Sounds like a word.
Driven mad by a dark thirst, along with his followers. Currently unknown where he is entombed. If found,
That's 25
needs
words.
to be destroyed. 24.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, gents. I might need to brush up on my vampire arcana, but let's get some steaks. Do they need to be silver steaks? Let's see, wood should be good.
My understanding is there was also more stormtroopers under the cathedral, including a commander of some sort.
That would probably be Charles, yeah.
Charles is under the fort, to my knowledge, and the rest are under the cathedral.
Sorry, no, I mean, currently mobile stormtroopers are under the cathedral.
Hmm.
Oh.
So
My.
it seems unlikely that we are going to get down there.
I guess we should also ask the bishop on if he is awakening these vampires on his own authority, or if somebody told him to do it.
Oh, you're the friend of him is just like, I was ordered by the Saint of Awe to do so for his feast day.
You received a vision.
No, I received a sending.
Oh, yes, of course.
Vision
God,
of
that was
25
funny.
words or less.
It's like,
In my mind's eye, a text message.
it's like
Can you work
they,
today?
they have the power to just talk to each other.
Yeah. I mean, I
Well,
did-
with that,
He will ask for me at the end of each day to assess my progress. As soon as he does, I will let him know that these heathens have taken me.
I
Huh.
want to hit him for 1 damage right now. I won't.
That is
Someone else can kill him.
quite interesting. Let me just confer with these heathens to make sure that they're not up to anything suspicious.
Even if they repent, do not allow them to live.
Yes, I will definitely kill them later. Hey guys, so, slight problem. The saint who ordered this guy to wake up the vampires is checking in with him daily via sending. So they're gonna know as soon as he's dead, unless we can somehow fake a sending, which I don't think is possible.
Oh my, I
will
might
we
need to
know
take a nap.
that he's dead the moment he's dead, or just tonight with the checkup?
With the checkup, I imagine.
Well, it seems like we don't really have any other options but to kill him and make ourselves scarce.
Yeah, well, so... Okay. So I think this means that he needs to die, and he needs to die publicly. Because otherwise, people are gonna know that something's up. Because he'll miss his check-in, and then whoever it is, that the saint that he's sending with, will presumably inform somebody else here that he's dead. And so that will blow the lid off anybody who's trying to fake out being undercover with him as him.
Yup.
So yeah, so we need to make him die, and we need to make it look like either an accident or a suicide.
Killed himself with 2 bullets to the back of the head. It's a tragic story.
uh, Bishop Abinoy, I must know, in case we don't make it out, is there a record of the ritual that I could use to complete it? Perhaps in your office, or within the archives of the church.
I just sent you. I keep on forgetting what the saint's name is, so I just sent it to you. You can put in whatever lore docs you have. There's
Okay.
3 others. So is there a ritual? All right. So repeat
So,
that question, please.
So basically, he gave us the ritual. Is it written down anywhere, or is it only in his head?
The instructions were given to me in a dream by the Empress herself.
How blessed are you? Just so blessed. Hashtag blessed. Okay.
I mean, it's
The
a bishop.
hashtag, my boy.
It's
Yeah.
it's also, and just fair play, I don't think you care about knowing how to complete the ritual.
No,
Like,
I'm trying.
not
I'm trying
knocking
to.
you
I'm trying to determine if there's any way that if we
Someone
kill
else can
him,
finish.
somebody else could finish it for him. Like,
Sounds like a no.
well,
I have a
let's.
very serious
that it's
question.
like, no,
My-
if you cannot go down and complete the ritual, then the forces will not awaken, and Charles will be without his men.
Okay. Then I will
Wait,
make
that
sure
means
not
Charles
to
is
fail.
already awake?
Yes. Well, he was interred. He wasn't put into suspended animation. So presumably there's some feral vampire somewhere beneath the city.
Are you asking him?
He's right there.
You're his
Why
buddy
don't
for
we-
5
Yeah.
more
why-
minutes. You're
yeah.
halfway through it.
Yeah. I will ask him, where is Charles now, in case we need his strength to smite these heretics.
He is still in his interment beneath the fort. His descendants are the only ones who can awaken him.
Fort Deschart?
One of the forts I was not given privy. That is what the twins are here to accomplish.
Ah.
Well, we know that where the twins are.
Shit. He's under 40.
I mean, only descendants can awaken him. If we can kill both the twins, we should be good, right?
That would be the implication, yes.
That's what I heard.
Might also be why they really wanted Jock's son to turn.
That is also another
Why
good
they
reason.
wanted Godwin under control.
That would be another good reason, yeah.
Because
Okay,
to lose
well.
the line is to lose the sequestered one.
Well, so
Alright.
we know
Well,
we stopped
good
the
point.
army, now we just need to stop the general.
Perhaps we'll leave Cartier's grandfather to be killed by him instead, because it sounds like a problem too big for us.
Yes,
Kill
I think
those twins instead.
More than grandfather, but yes.
Yeah, many times
Big
great
Daddy.
grandfather. I mean, he was only sequestered a week ago, right? So
Yeah.
Wait, that might be some good. I wonder if I know him.
Noctum probably
It's
would know
really
him, yeah.
simple. It's really simple. Put him in two.
That's up to you, Thur. I'm
It's
giving
really
you that
simple.
gift. You
Just
can
put him
choose what
in.
to do.
Yeah, I
Two
think
coffins.
you
It's
definitely
really
could.
simple, guys. We know what to do. Put him in 2 coffins.
No, we're getting him out of
Remember
there.
that sarcophagus with a coffin inside of it? You think I didn't already make that joke?
Oh,
You think
Yeah.
you tried to steal my ideas?
he actually has 2 heads.
Wait a minute. The isolated room with the one coffin was beneath one of the forts, right?
Bozo is smart enough to put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is where he is
I
then.
know where he is.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's the one the imp was checking on.
We know where he is.
Okay.
What if we just remove him from Beto and we know throw him into the ocean?
Well, one thing that sounds kind of fun, if he's so blood crazy, and if we could kind of trick him, I wonder if it'd be funny if we could just wake him up and have him kill everyone else, just except for us. That'd be great.
My absolute fear, like, as much as like, oh, that's cool. My absolute fear is like, oh, we turn him against the Empire, just unleash him, and the Empress would just be able to just take control of him instantly.
I mean,
and
I
we
feel
would
like
be
if
like,
she could have done that,
"Fuck."
she would have done it in the past.
Well,
Like,
she's
I
a
think-
busy woman.
It's
I think the idea is we now know that we need to take the distilled sunlight and somehow get that to kill one of the twins, so
Yeah.
that there's less of a chance to have him awakened. I don't know
yeah,
how
I think
we do
our
with
I
the
think
other
our
one, though.
best bet is to not open the sealed evil in a can.
Yeah.
Do we know the places that the twins are going to be at? So they're going to be one's at the fort, and one's at the house that we want to blow up.
Yeah.
What do we kind of have to go there? Do we have to find a way to kill her? Is the only way kind of sunlight?
You-
Would it have to be kill her?
You did not ask the twins where they were going to be for parties.
Oh.
That is something that I did, but I was waiting to note, and you guys did not ask that.
Fair enough.
Okay.
No, we kind of stayed away because we were like, we don't really need to mess with them and pull attention to us. And
Oh,
now
yeah.
we're like, shit,
Yeah.
we should have done that.
They were, one of them at least was getting suspicious of you. So I'm not saying that was a bad thing. I'm just saying you do not have that information.
But we do know where they are right now, don't we? Or at least
Well,
On this
approximately.
next day, no, it's the next day.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't.
The feast
You
day
can
is the next
guess.
day.
You are. So
Would the
I
bishop
thought
know?
that you were doing the. How many days did you guys have to do this? I think you guys had like 5 days to do this. So you did the first day of investigating. When did you kidnap the bishop? How soon before the feast days? The feast day.
I think we wanted to do it immediately, right? Like there was no reason not to.
So
it
then
would have
you've
been
got
like we've got like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
But right now we need to figure out how to best publicly kill the bishop.
Yeah, I think that is the next step. Is there-
Onyx is voting for some way to. We don't have any kind of bag of holding, right?
You were
No.
not.
No.
No.
So we don't
Um,
really have a way to get him up on top of a building to throw him off.
I mean,
So, I mean, I can get him to drink whatever I want because I'm his friend, right?
Yeah.
But it takes a
drink.
day before the potion of delayed fireball takes effect.
Okay. Even if we do it.
Thought we were using it.
Well, I mean, these things aren't going to be awake until like next week, right? I guess they could send guys after us. Yeah.
Well, no, the ritual completes on the feast day, so in 2 or 3 days they'll awaken.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think that, because I was thinking like we could. That would be the way that we like publicly have him die, is he just like explodes from
Yeah.
the being quote unquote smote by the Empress. But I think that he's going to we don't have that kind of time because the charm person's going to be running out any minute now. Like I
Yeah, I
said,
think we have to kill him pretty quickly here. He's gonna rat
yeah,
on us.
it lasts for an hour.
And let's
so-
just.
Oh, last for an
Well,
hour? I thought it was 10
let-
minutes. You're
no.
good.
So we're wanting to like. So wait. So we're wanting to send him back and then him be smoked by the Empress.
No. He was saying if we could get him the fireball potion, and
Yeah.
then he died today, we would set it up
Yeah.
where he just gets smoked, quote unquote, by the Empress, and it's just because he explodes in a fireball, and everyone's like, "Oh my goodness, he exploded in a fireball."
Yeah, but the delayed blast fireball potion would have to be like it would have to take effect before the charm wore off, because otherwise, like when the charm runs off, he knows that he's been charmed and he knows that I'm
Yeah.
not his friend. So if that happens, then if he's out and about in the wind, he'll tell people. So
It's
we have
also charm is not mind control, so as
Yeah.
soon as, even if he was charmed and left, he would still be shouting about it.
yeah.
Like,
So we need to kill him quietly, but also publicly.
One thing I want to ask is the little cockatrix, is that one time use?
yeah, it
Yes.
explodes.
Damn.
I don't think we're gonna get to do it publicly. I don't think we're gonna have time to set up a whole thing.
Could we make it
I
look
think
like
this
he
is gonna have
died
to
in
be-
his
Well, I
sleep?
can make a suicide a very suicide may be
sleep in
kind
the
of
middle
hard,
of the
but I
day?
can do a suicide pretty easy.
How do you do a suicide pretty easy?
Well, I can duplicate self, so I can make an illusion. If I can disguise myself as him and I like just jump into the ocean, I don't know. I just have my
Okay.
illusion kill itself.
I mean, that's basically what I was going for. My thing was to
Okay.
have him show up as him walking through the cathedral, and then we threw him off of the top of a building. That was what I was going for. But
Okay.
I mean, his corpse,
Oh,
just so
wait,
that
wait.
they can't tell that he had a slit throat and didn't die from
Wait,
being.
I got an idea. This might work, but it might be kind of crazy. If we can set it up to look like an Imperial Guard did it, or like one of the Stormtroopers did it, would they like have to go investigate them? I don't know. Maybe that's a bad idea.
Hmm.
The stormtrooper kills the bishop for some reason. It's like,
I
what-
do
what-
like the
what happened
idea.
there?
I say this out of earshot of the bishop, but I do like the idea of killing him here and then doing the like public killing as one of your duplicates who's disguised as him.
Yeah, I'd have to jump into the ocean or something because it doesn't leave a body.
Okay. Um. Hmm. Well, that could play into
Well,
our.
we could throw him into the river, and he'll just wash down the river somewhere, and then do that.
I mean, you could do it like that plays into his his resurrection kind of thing. If we still want to pull off that play.
So, Silver disguises himself as Bishop and does duplicate self with the illusion. We have Tiz or someone else in the mimic stormtrooper armor. They're walking back to the cathedral. Very loud speech of, "I can't let your heresy stand. Fake stab, shove into river. People see the bishop go down." That's how we leave it.
Yeah. The only question then is how does whoever's in the
we'd have
stormtrooper
to-
armor disappear
Just run away.
from a
I mean, if
beach?
they're used to the mimic skin, if they can find a secret alley and just turn it off, right?
I suppose. But if you're in
You know, if we
the
do this in daylight, it should be easy, right? Because you can just go saunter around in daylight.
um. Hmm.
Wait, how does the is your form? How close do you have to be to the illusion?
Let's see here.
I mean, I'm basically
It states an illusion of yourself.
Right, but how close do you have to be to the illusion? Like,
uh,
it doesn't work if
it must
he-
remain within 120 feet.
So I'd
So
have
they
to
would-
be in the. I would have to be in the building, but I think. Do I have invisibility yet? I don't have invisibility yet.
You
But
have
I
to-
can.
You do have to
I can give
concentrate
myself a
on
good
it.
stealth.
So just to clarify why these are some of your goals, not disagreeing or saying things won't work. I just want to know why you're thinking certain things. Why does he need to be killed publicly?
Agreed.
so that it doesn't draw
So
suspicion.
that the saint knows that he died
To
publicly.
draw
I guess.
Yeah,
You're
we want,
sitting
It's
under
gonna
siege.
draw
If a
even more.
high- If a high public office person dies, I cannot think of a time when that wouldn't draw suspicion.
Oh well, we're trying to make a fall guy, right? So we're
Like, and it's like
what? Oh, wait. So
And
the
getting rid of him.
I have an idea. So there's a besieging army outside the walls, right? What if we have the illusionary duplicate of him, like inspecting the defenses on the walls or something, and then gets shot with an arrow from the besiegers, and it's just like, well, I guess that was unlucky.
Yeah.
the thing is, like, I don't know. I guess
I
the
think
body can play
I
dead
think
for
we're
a while.
overcomplicating this. I think
Yeah.
we're just overcomplicating.
I just wanted to kill the bishop, throw him in the river,
Killing
and then
him
the illusion will jump
publicly-
into the river, and then you just find his body.
Killing him publicly is going to cause an immense panic and raise an immense amount of suspicion since we're under siege.
That's what I'm saying.
Um,
Is like it makes sense that he would die because of the siege going on. I guess so. I guess their goal to outline it to Lev is we
He-
want to prevent any information getting out, which might reveal our espionage activities inside the city. Any
will
more than it
say-
already has been.
Bozo would also know this. Siege lines are not set up to be within bow shot of each other necessarily.
Yeah.
True.
Especially since the wall is going to have the longer range than the people on the ground.
But we do have spooky elf archers. Maybe they're hiding in a bush just like
Well,
100 feet outside
here's-
of town.
That's the thing.
Here's the other
Sniper
thing, though.
shot. Yeah.
You have the assassins, the Brotherhood, working on both sides of this conflict, at least somewhat. Anyone who dies, it's gonna be suspicion.
I suppose.
And I think killing him publicly just is going to draw and incur more risk than the reward it pays out. I think killing him now, lighting this building on fire, making the body disappear, and leaving. Yeah, there are gonna be tons of questions, but how would they know it was us?
I guess if he's just missing.
Exactly.
mystery.
Burn the building down.
Right.
Completely destroy
If
the
we're gonna
corpse,
kill him, it doesn't
and that's
matter
least risk.
how we kill him.
We were
We
always gonna
just
kill him. It was
burn
just
the
Should,
building.
should we kill him later, and should we
Why?
go to the cathedral?
Well, he's gonna get
pretend he's alive?
ascending at some point, and he's gonna tell that person everything he knows.
yeah.
I
so
say
we'll
I
just
say we
kill
kill
him.
and burn him now.
All right. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah, we definitely want to kill him as soon as possible. And then the
Okay.
question is what to do with his body. Is
Burn
there
it.
anything we want to ask him before we kill him?
Does he know where the twins are?
Yeah,
And where they will
actually.
be?
Yeah. Well, that's
Good
important.
question.
That's important, right? Because I'll ask him about that.
Yeah, we might need them to awaken Korik or Korin or whatever.
They are performing their duties throughout the city, making sure that it will stand up to the siege until their sire can be brought out of his containment.
Yeah.
Where-
We need him
where will they
to
be on the
awaken
feast day?
Chucky Cartier.
On the feast day, most likely at the fort, so that they can break their sire out.
Okay.
Both of them will be at the fort?
I do not know why one would be. Hush you, even.
So
I'm a
both-
stormtrooper. It's
so-
like, hey, I'm working for you, buddy.
I saw
need to
you
guard
put
the
that up. You lied and tricked me to come in here for this ambush.
I'm gonna disguise self. I'm gonna look like his mother. Now you listen here. I didn't push you out of my womb. to
Can I
inherit
just
it.
kill him now?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I think
Please.
so.
No idea who you are. Yeah,
That's the last thing he sees.
pinned to the wall.
Goodbye. Well, that's wasted a spell slot.
And I'm gonna douse his body in oil.
Okay, his
Let
next
everyone
three
else
attacks
leave.
Do not break stealth.
Not that oil.
Not that oil. Lantern oil. I'm gonna let
Okay.
everyone else leave, and I'm gonna burn this building to the ground.
Yeah, we're fine with that. I have a question. The potion of delayed fireball. Is that guaranteed to kill whoever ingests it?
Guaranteed to kill more.
Depends on how much is used.
Mortals. Okay. So that's not something that we can't use that on one of them and then the daylight potion on the other. My thing right now is I'm trying to figure out how the fuck we kill. We can kill one with the daylight potion. I don't know
Would
how
the
we kill the other.
dehydrated lightning do enough to kill one?
Again, I think that's designed to kill mortals.
I mean,
Any
They will instantly kill mortals. They will hurt a vampire, but they will not insta kill it.
I think what we should do, we
do
know
have
where
the
he
daylight, though.
is. We need to find a way to get him out of the city.
The evil locked in the tomb? No.
Turn around the coffin sounds like a.
I think
a
he's
bother.
I think
not-
he's fine where he is.
Messing around with that is how we die.
We could also just throw him in the river and throw
Well,
him to the bay.
remember the bishop
and
said
get him.
that only a Cartier could open the coffin. So if
Only
we
a Cartier can awaken him.
Hmm.
You haven't tried to open the coffin. The imp was not strong enough. Well, the imp tried, and the imp take that as.
And two, I mean, okay, so this when ingested kills vampires.
Yeah, he has to-
force feed an unawakened
We-
vampire.
Do we still have those vials of blood?
No, you gave those to.
We gave
Armas.
those-
Again, I do want
Uh,
to remind. I believe vampires have a special rule. If you stake them in their coffin, don't they die?
Yeah.
We just do that. Just stake the man.
We could, but like we were thinking of killing the Cartier ants. What if we just like
We can't kill both
pry
ants.
open
We can just stake
Chuck's
him, so.
mouth and pour the distilled sunlight in?
You can kill both ants. You have an item that can instantly kill one, and then you could contrive a way to kill the other. I just didn't give you two free
Fight
kill vampires.
the other.
Like, it's still possible. It's just a lot harder to kill the second.
We could find out where she rests during the day. If she does that, and stake her too.
Yeah.
The last time we saw them active was during the day.
Yes, inside buildings.
But maybe somebody, a personal, knows when they take naps. I don't know.
All right, but either way, we're done with this part.
Okay, so then yeah, why don't we kill one and we fight the other?
Yeah.
We just throw everything we've got at it.
Literally, like get her to drink the fireball, throw a bucket of water on her, hit her with the
Get one.
delayed.
No, we do one with we get one with the distilled sunlight. We hit the other one with what we can with the dehydrated lightning. We put silenced oil on weapons that way they don't break stealth or invisible. Like I can make somebody invisible and then put silenced oil on it so that way they get like 3 invisible hits. Like
That's something we could deal with a little bit of.
I
It seems
think
like
this is now. I think this has now evolved beyond let's sabotage parties and sow chaos to let's make it to where these two ants don't fucking summon the like
Evolved beyond. It was
regrettable
supposed to be.
vampire
It
hole.
was supposed to be assassinations. It is still assassinations.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
targets have just changed. I think still honoring our deal with the Yugoloth is still good. So we can still have
Yeah.
them spike the punch with the delayed blast fireball.
Yep.
but actually,
Okay,
Is
so-
that what we were
doesn't
doing?
work.
I thought we were doing the.
Well, no,
The
the
delayed-
delayed blast fireball is for party number 1. That's not
Yeah.
where the ants are going to be.
Right.
Oh, no.
Well, so then
Wait. If they're spiking the punch bowl on the night of the feast, they won't explode until the next day.
That's okay.
You need to kill those guys immediately. They're just like generals and stuff. Or
We'll say if you're diluting it that much,
Taking-
it would probably
It's diluting
happen
it.
in like 8 hours. But the explosion would be
Yeah.
like their stomach would rupture. So very,
Yeah.
it's
And that's
still-
fine.
That's what we said. Is that it wouldn't look like they blew up due to. It's not like look they all died due to that. It looked like somebody sabotaging poisoned the punch, and not necessarily it was fireballs within the stomach and no Pepto within reach.
Yeah, that's
that
Yeah.
is that is actually a good
Okay,
question.
so-
Like, can we just put regular poison in the punch bowl? Does it have to be?
simplifying it.
Does it
I
have
mean,
to be the delayed blast
we
fireball?
You can have
Assuming
tools
that all
other than
these
the magical
are
ones that
vampires.
he gives you. James Bond still walks around with like a gun.
Yeah, so,
that's
like-
true.
Like let's just use a regular poison that's like, you know.
What did they spike the punch bowl with? Was it cyanide? Or
Here's the
something?
thing: you would need a slow acting poison that still works.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is if
I was
Let's
just
get a
thinking,
really strong one. Let's call in Elijah for some of that wyvern poison. Let's get some.
Yeah,
good
we can't
shit
have
and
anything
make
that
these
fast.
I mean, those
Is
guys
there-
that died at the call, they didn't die too quickly, did they? It was like half an hour or something. I don't know. guess
Are
we
we
can
about to
check
make
that.
up a delayed poison in D&D real fast? Like, does it exist?
well, yeah, that is the question. Does it exist and is it available to us?
Exactly.
Sir, that's a you question because that deals with what Elijah has access to.
Which means I will not have it for the rest of the campaign.
I mean, maybe if we found the hideout of the shadows that are here, and if we were able to break in, they would have something. But that
Oh,
that,
well,
that would
the
be
party
an-
would have that information.
Yeah, that would be an
Because
encounter in
remember,
and of itself.
Elijah stayed in one of their hideouts.
Okay, so you would know the location of the hideout then.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And it is one that should be unmanned because it was the one that my group used.
And his group is now elsewhere.
Well, except that
Exactly.
we know there are shadows here working for the Empire because we saw some of them walking through the army.
Yeah,
Well,
but we
but-
all use different hideouts.
Yeah,
Okay.
operational security would usually mean groups like this would have isolated
Yep.
safe
They'd be,
houses.
100%.
they'd be in cells. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And my cell, we know the location of that hideout, and it should be unmanned, so we would have easy access to it if the shadows have access to it.
But the shadows also know that, right? Like the Alvarez, or no, the Alvarez don't know that you're compromised.
Nope.
Right.
Okay. So they wouldn't have bothered to clear it out then.
Nope.
But they do think that you're dead.
Yes.
Right.
But Arbaz and Shay were still using it. At least I think. Who was it? Arbaz and someone else was still
yeah,
using it.
Arbas and Shay, yeah.
Yeah, we're still using that same hideout because that was part of my cell.
Okay. Then yeah, there's probably more goodies there that could be used, like more mundane goodies. I don't want to say specifically because I don't know what you want to do, but that is an excellent idea of a place to go and look for more tools.
Yeah, and Arbaz is around probably to do stuff. Like, you delivered the poison to him. Like, Elijah's off going to the swamp, but Arbaz can. Like, what is keeping Arbaz from dropping by his hideout and just giving you guys whatever tools to trade poison stuff they have?
Nothing.
I don't think there is
I just
anything.
don't know what that is.
I didn't have anything specific either. Okay. That's a good idea. It does open up our options to make something up. I'm trying to think, would they have a poison that fits that particular need?
Why does it need to be slow acting?
Because if somebody
So
drinks
people
from the
keep
punch,
drinking it.
yeah, if somebody drinks from the punch bowl and keels over immediately,
Right.
then they're gonna be like,
good point,
yeah.
Good point.
uh,
Unless they do a Jamestown where they're like, oh, we're saving the special bowl for this toast, and then only drink at
That
the
is-
signal.
That is a good point, because the guy in the
But-
kitchens was part of the cult. So if
Yeah.
they're gonna do like a toast where all of them drink together, then you could poison that. That kind of poison would almost certainly be
Oh, yeah.
accessible to
He
the
was
shadows.
less part of the cult, and he was more the person who was, like, making food for the cult. Like, he was the cult sandwich dealer,
Right.
not
But still-
necessarily part of the cult.
I mean, we
Still
still
scared of them.
we still control the man in the kitchen.
Yes, but not, like, at the same level as the teens.
Okay. But like we can have somebody just be like intimidate him into doing what we want, right? Like the
Yeah,
teens
good-
control him.
Yeah. I would think also on top of that, I mean, just we can give them a like, look, man, there's a giant army outside the walls. You do this, you got an in with the army, and you survive the siege.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there is a difference between it's like, yeah, there are these weird rich nobles that are paying me money so I can feed them while they do their weird shit in the basement, and I am going to actively participate in a mass assassination attempt. Like, there is a there's a difference there.
I mean, we
Fair,
also have
fair.
unfettered access to that area. Right, so we
Yeah,
could
right,
just
yeah.
we could just figure out like if there's a bottle or something that they're gonna use for that toast, we can just poison that, and then he doesn't even have to know.
I will say, if you discuss it with him, it's like he would probably say that, oh, there's going to be more people there than just one bottle's worth.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the logistics are pretty much the same, right? We want to. I guess we need to figure out. We need to get their itinerary for this party, and see if there's going to be a toast of that kind. That would like they don't all have to drink at the exact same time, but like yeah, basically. I like that plan. Okay, and then that leaves our delayed blast fireball potion open for other things.
That we could use on the soldiers in the fort.
Yeah.
Especially because if we're members of the Inquisition, we could potentially go around the day before and tell people this is an inoculation of some stuff created by the Empress. Drink it, and
Yeah.
then move on.
Yeah.
The enemy is suspected to be using a poison. You'll need this.
But those poor fools, the poor suckers. But that's war, I guess. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure all of this is like huge war crimes, but we're kind of past that now.
So is what we did to Kaime.
I mean,
should've
As
guessed
far
that.
as the UDDC is concerned, there's no such thing as an international court, and war crimes are for losers, not winners.
When
As
I
far
looked
as
at the
the-
map, I didn't see no Geneva, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as Savona's concerned, there is like a global standard, but they violated it by invading Savona. Like it's all. Savona is probably one of the places. Savona and Kasani are two of the places that try to enforce some kind of code, and they have crossed that line. So
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
their entire
I mean,
faction is.
Nobody's gonna stop us. So. Hmm.
Watch us now get stopped.
well, no one's
An
gonna
angel
stop you
comes down from the
morally,
heavens,
just
soak in
like,
the
no,
evil
over
that
enemies.
exists.
physically.
No.
So I guess, do we want to get the like mundane poisonings squared away first, and then we can focus on how we're gonna take out the aunts?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, squared away. I think we've just done.
Well, I guess we still need to like go through
You just need
and
to buy this stuff, right?
and do the plan. Like, Lev, is there
Yes,
are you
yeah.
planning on, like, are there any major obstacles you want to throw in our way that we need to overcome for that plan, or do you just want to say that that's
What kind of are you using? Like a delayed potion or poison for the bottles? Or are you doing like an instant poison for the bottles?
Well,
Like
like
what's-
not quite instant, but within a couple minutes. Like the idea being we're Jamestowning it.
Yeah, so the idea is we want to find in the itinerary,
They're
or
going to
create it.
ascend to the
if-
mothership.
Yeah, we want to either find in the itinerary or create in the itinerary a moment where they're going to hand out these special glasses to toast to victory or something all together, and have them all drink, like, basically, like, if we miss a couple,
Faster
it's fine.
than Jamestown, slower than Midnight Mass.
Yeah.
have somebody do an investigation to see if they can find like that kind of party itinerary thing.
Bozo's
With advantage
on it.
because with advantage because the sun's going to be helping you. Like to identify a good time to do that.
All right.
Hey, bro, just like
That's
it's right
probably
here.
Bozo, right? He's the smartest out of all of us.
20.
It's a 20. Yeah, there's going to be like at a certain time in the evening, like as the sun is setting, there is traditionally like a toast that is held to like ring this in. It's not usually like a special bottle of wine or vintage. Like it's usually just whatever the people have on hand around them. You would need to convince like the father or whoever's planning the party to like, oh, for this use this special thing. How would you
Isn't
go
it
about doing that?
Great that we got a bishop.
He dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
We
Um,
have a changeling.
Yeah, but he's gonna be dead before the party.
Yeah, but
Like you can do that. I'm good telling you right now. That's suspicious.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do the bishop. But I mean, I feel like the guy was intimidated as hell. He was told very directly by one of the twins that he needs to make this into a party worth remembering and not to skimp on the supplies because she wants it to be a big shindig. So I feel like it wouldn't be too hard to come in and convince, tell the son. I don't really want to use the son because he's incompetent. But to go in and convince him that we have unearthed a special vintage that means something to the Empress, and we are, out of the goodness of our hearts, giving it to him.
well, we need several
What you
casks
have
of
is
it.
Bush League. This is
Yes,
true
but
party
yeah,
cast.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Of like,
Yeah.
along these lines of, I feel like we have brought ourselves in as the Inquisition. The vampire was kind of but the other guy seemed very much intimidated already. I don't think it would be difficult for us to continue the intimidation.
Okay. This also means that our other assassination attempts probably need to happen around sunset, so that it doesn't
Yes.
interrupt the party.
Right.
Yes.
Or it needs to be either far enough in advance that the party goes ahead regardless, or not so close to the party that it disrupts it and prevents this from happening.
Right.
Alright, so Are you so you are giving him pre-spiked bottles and saying that it's special and trying to convince him?
Yes.
He's also under the thrall of the dog, though, isn't he?
So that
Sun
would be
No,
is
the
sun.
sun
bottles.
is.
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
cool.
no. Hold on. I think the idea is because we're working with the sun, we're just going to convince the father to do this special ceremony, and then have the
Look, yeah,
cast
like
left
I
in
understand.
control of the sun.
I agree. Like I like that idea. I'm for that idea because I mean I understand that the sun is a tad bit useless and stoner and hipster and definitely California, but definite like it should come from him if he's helping. We need to put that way because like we're wanting to use them as fall guy,
But,
right?
but why does? I mean, it
Well,
just
if they're all dead, it doesn't matter who the fall guy is.
Yeah.
Like, I think the idea is that as soon as
Fair.
as soon as the everything goes down, like we're getting out of town and we don't care about the fallout.
we don't care if the sun gets found out to be an idiot.
Yeah.
Harsh.
I'm not wrong.
He's the one in a here. He is the one in an MLM with Yugoloths. I mean,
And NFTs.
that's still hilarious but to think of.
But
As soon
yes,
as I get a spell
I-
caught,
The
as soon as I get a spell
Yugoloth,
slot to cast all these spells I know.
MLM.
I think the idea is we get these casks or whatever, convince the father that he needs to do this special thing, and we have provided for him this vintage that cannot be opened before the ascribed time, as for whatever sommelier reasons, whatever, and let that go forward as planned, and maybe even have, I don't know, one nicer bottle just for him that he could try ahead of time that's not poisoned, if that's like a concern.
Okay, I'm going to say for that, just to simplify things a bit, gonna need a forgery check. Anybody can roll it. If you have proficiency in it, you can help somebody else roll it. And I will even allow Arbaz to also roll the check if none of you guys have forgery. This is to prepare the poisoned wine.
This is a forgery is a what check?
Usually
The
intelligence.
tool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a.
It's a forgery kit. You know.
And Onyx would probably, well, but he's not that good with intelligence, so I don't know.
Is he proficient with it at least?
And
Is a forgery kit a type of? Is it a type of artisan's tools?
Yes.
Do we have a forgery kit?
We can almost certainly get one.
If you have poison, you have a forgery kit.
Yeah,
I,
it is a tool.
Yeah.
If our boss is around, he certainly has one.
Oh yeah, because you're an artificer, right? So you can just swap around your proficiency.
I can make any tools that we need. I can make whatever tools we need.
Are you proficient in them? I assume you have a kit. Are you? It's more about the proficiency and who does the
Yeah,
check.
I think artificers don't they have a thing where it's like
I have thieves tools. I have thieves tools, smiths tools. I have the
I can
job,
prepare
which
a
is like
spell.
with these
Let's see here.
tools or artisan
Why don't
tools
we
in
let
hand, I can magically create one set of artisan's tools in an unoccupied space. It does not state that I immediately have
Proficiency with, yeah.
in them.
No.
who is it that you can move around your proficiency? Was that
That would be my character.
okay?
Yeah.
Not like
That's
the one I'm currently playing. Not Tiz, but yeah.
The spirit
Elijah.
rogue thing or something.
All right. I could prepare the spell borrow knowledge, and it's usually a proficiency and just I think a skill, but I imagine you can extend that to a tool.
I'd allow a tool proficiency. proficiency.
I would have to prepare that spell, which I guess
You've,
do
you've
that
got a few
tomorrow?
days to do this. Yeah.
Let's see here. Borrow knowledge at the 2nd level. That's not too bad, so I can get that, no problem. Might take out spiritual weapon. I'm not really using it. I don't know.
You can swap them back in the next day, like as
Yeah,
long as you have access to it. You got a few days to carry this out.
But I'm proficient in alchemist supplies, so I mean I can make poison.
Like a poisoner's kit is what you need to make poison,
Like,
not alchemist supplies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, when I have a chance, I took out spiritual weapon and I got borrow knowledge. I'm gonna be the utility character.
Yeah, you can make that.
Alright, so me and you
make a
can
check
talk
with
with shit.
advantage.
Well,
let's
and
see.
I can write tool for the job, making the kit needed.
Alright, I guess well, we're doing a lot of planning, so I guess we can probably do that the next 8 hours or something like that. Or wait, I guess prepare spells is like, it's like every dawn, right? Or something like that.
You will have time
Yes.
to do it. Please just make the check.
Okay, so
Just roll the dice.
Roll the
see
damn
here.
dice.
Can I give borrow? It has to be on self. Well, I don't have gradient. This is actually not good.
I think
Maybe
you-
this is better for him to do it.
I think we just have our boss do it.
Okay, but you can give Arbaz
Okay.
advantage.
Arbaz does it.
I thought I could give this to someone else. Damn it.
Alright. I do not have Arbaz's stat block. So.
I've been using the.
No one does.
Not even Arbaz has Arbaz's stat block.
I've been using the.
there is not a
Arbaz
stat
is
block.
a mystery and an enigma even to Arbaz.
All right, I'm not gonna prepare borrow knowledge then probably.
Well,
'cause I don't have good answer.
because you can give him advantage. Would be the big thing.
Arbaz?
Yeah.
I think Arbaz is kind of an expert already. He's a rogue. I don't know.
Yeah, but you can. It doesn't hurt.
We can
Yeah.
give him advantage.
Okay.
Why
You said
is-
it's
alright.
intelligence, right?
Let me work with the scary
Yep.
vampire assassin.
Okay. I've been using just the standard assassin stat block. So he has a +1 to intelligence with proficiency
Oh, that's
bonus
not
of
much better.
+3. So it's a +4, a total of +4.
Okay.
Would yours
I'll,
have been
I'll
better?
help him out.
Okay.
I'm gonna borrow that knowledge. I'll give him some money, I guess.
Oh, it is the fanciest. That's a 20 and a 19. Like hot damn. Yeah, this is you
Hell yeah.
craft something that is just like, no, I saw this in the cellar of some rich prick noble. This is apparently a vintage that was the best ever brewed and lost in a fire and yada yada yada. The tannins, it went on and on. Yeah, this is good. They will like this.
An excellent last drink.
Does that, puts the poison in while he's doing it, applies like all the seals and stuff, ages it perfectly like it looks like, a 300-year-old cask of wine.
There's a reason this cell is the best cell.
Well, yeah. Because you also got a nat 20 on your check to disguise the carriage. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yup.
like, this is what we do.
Deception and paperwork is our trade.
If we all manage to survive, it's like, all right, we get to the next town. We need to send in a covert team. And we're all just gonna be like, we know a guy, Mr. Silver.
Yeah. Ignore that. But yeah, so you make that cask. It is very inviting. Who is suggesting that the father uses it? Is one of you guys going? Are you gonna get the son to suggest it? Who's making
I have
that?
a persuasion of 5, so if
Yeah,
anybody's got better.
it's gonna be a persuasion check. You're gonna get advantage because the cask looks so amazing.
Looks like it's gonna be silver. I got +4.
All right. Hello, my boy.
Oh yes. This is good. Does the Empress require anything of me?
Servant, roll in the king. I have requisitioned one of the finest casks in the land. And I do the spiel that I was there for. You shall serve this tonight as the grand toast To seal the
on
night.
the feast night. On the feast night.
On the
I
feast
think
night. don't open it before then. This is a special occasion.
Alright, persuasion with advantage.
Oh yeah. Emphasis on well, actually, maybe not too much emphasis because he might want to do it anyways. Don't drink
There
it.
you go.
Like, Hugh, where did you? We are truly blessed by the Empress. How much do you want for this cask? I will pay handsomely. Do you, so like he goes through. It's like, would 500 be enough?
I will take 500, and not a penny more. I've heard of your plight.
Oh, good
Sir,
gracious,
may
sir!
this
Good
help you.
gracious, sir! And gives you
All in the service of the lady. 500. Just 500 gold. Sounds
500
good.
gold. Yeah.
Taking it. Silver's supposed to be a little greedy. I'm taking
We
that
shall,
money. I'm
He-
we
turning
shall
it
he is a
down.
serve this.
pirate.
This will end. This will, be the perfect cap to the feast day celebration. We will make sure that it is worthy of the Empress's glory. The Saint of Awe will be pleased. And he just like and gets it out of your sight before you can change your mind.
And also, before I leave the house, I do want to check in with the Yugoloth or anyone else. Is like, make sure none of your stupid little cronies fucking drinks this wine.
Oh man, I was gonna sneak a taste for it. Like, should I not? Like, I can put the seal back. I'm pretty good at that. I will make sure that none of them interfere with the project. If you deliver me my souls.
You should have all your souls at the toll of midnight whenever he does the toast.
Excellent. Also, would you like to learn some spells?
I got on my spell. I have Nata coin. I'm good.
Good. Middle of the day. Yeah. And he starts licking his butt. I don't know. He's a dog.
What do these things do?
Dogs?
Okay, so now we just have to worry about the left party.
Mhm.
Can't fucking believe that.
Perfect. How big is that cockatrice, by the way?
It's like a rubber duck size.
How
Rubber
hard would it be to
ducky,
just like
you one.
glue that to the bottom of the dining table or wherever the main party is gonna be held at midnight?
Be a sleight of hand.
We are poisoning them. Why do we want to do?
No,
I assume
not
for the military one.
yeah, military
Oh.
base.
Oh, okay.
Just in case we need to like step out of the room, blow it up, and step back in. That way, it's already planted.
Yeah, but be
Or do we just want to plant it night of?
a sleight of hand.
That's fine.
I will say it's if you look under the table, they will see it. It is a cockatrice thing.
I would
Okay.
wait. I would wait till
Oh.
the night of then, so to
Yeah.
to see if we need to do it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there's a way to disguise it. Maybe we can make it look like a little. Well, never mind. I don't have any tools for that.
If you
Okay.
please tell me what you can disguise it as to be
Well, I'm
inconspicuous
just thinking,
glued to the bottom of the table.
people like this is a big flirt. They like grotesques. They like
What
their
is this
gargoyle.
giant wad of gum doing here?
Well,
Weird.
you could like fucking paste it to the wall, paint it to look gray, and it's like, oh, it's a little gargoyle or something. Don't care about it. I don't know. Try to disguise it, but yeah.
It's an option. Uh,
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll have it day of. So
I would have to disguise myself as a little, I don't know, serviceman, and I'd have to learn how to.
Okay.
be
So
adaptable.
the mortals party is handled. The
Yeah.
next couple
That is
days
handled. that
we
will
need
happen
to-
without you guys doing anything. That is
yeah.
check that off the list.
we need to verify where the twins are going to be and do what we can to get rid of them. That'll be next session.
Also,
And probably
since
the
that
night of.
since that would happen on like the next day, so that spells can be prepped and all that, it's gonna take you like a day in order to do the wine thing. The bishop's
fine.
body is discovered, and the city just goes into a tizzy.
Well, I mean, I think you mean he's missing because we burned the body.
Yeah, you burned the body, but a building nearby the cathedral burned down.
Yes,
They searched it, they found a body, and they
Right.
spoke with the dead on the body.
well, I spoke. Can you speak with dead with a skeleton?
That's why I wanted to be more
Yes.
thorough.
I think you just need a piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, why didn't we
So-
throw it in the river then?
Oh well, it's too late.
What?
I mean, They would have also probably
damn it.
retrieved it from the river. Like,
Yeah.
We would have to. You'd need a very strong fire to like burn the bones or something. So
Okay, so this is there's nothing we could have done about this.
Oh, the corpse must still have a mouth.
There you
Can we
go.
take his
Just
jaw away?
steal the jaw. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could have dismembered him before I lit him on fire easily. Take the lower half
Also-
of his jaw,
should
crush
we
the
do a
skull,
quick
put
Arcana to
powder,
like,
and then
close
light him on
this,
fire.
loophole?
yeah, if somebody wants to make a quick retroactive Arcana. Yeah, Silver, like you probably.
I've dealt with this before. Dead men tell
Like you
no tales.
you
Take the
can
tongue on
cast
the
Speak
jaw.
with the Dead. Like you've used that to like killed people and then asked them where their treasure is and
Uh,
stuff.
Actually,
Dead
not
men
that
tell no tales.
bad.
We handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
His jaw is crushed. Okay. I was
I'm
like,
gonna keep
guys,
it as a
it's
story
D&D.
maybe or something.
this is-
I was working off the assumption that one, the lantern oil, and then the building itself would help provide enough heat to start to cremate him.
Maybe, but
Rob, I mean, wood doesn't burn that hot.
it's like 2,000 degrees or something for bone. I forget. I have to look it up.
Yeah. I mean,
But yeah,
maybe
I'm
if you had
gonna
jet fuel-
make that little. Well, if
You
I
get
have
outta here.
time, I'm gonna make the jaw into a trophy. I'm gonna put it on my necklace.
Okay. Cool.
You know what? That is actually kind of cool character. It just has a whole necklace of
But
Java.
yeah, the bishop's dead body. But they can't speak with the dead on it, but they're able to like. You assume put two and two together. The bishop goes missing, and then a dead body is found in a burned structure. It's
Yes.
like, okay,
yes.
there was
But it doesn't directly implicate us.
no. They also know that a stormtrooper also went missing because he didn't return to his post as well.
Right.
So
That's fine.
And they'd probably find the armor, right? Like even if it gets black and that stuff's not like even if it's made out of ceramic or something, it's gonna.
unless you
Still
took
be
the armor with you, if you burned the place,
I
with
guess
the
we just take
there,
the armor with us. Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure where you're gonna keep it with you because you need to escape
Just
the
throw it in the
building and all that
garbage. And do
stuff.
we need it anymore? It's broken, right?
I mean,
I guess we could fix it.
I think there's enough of us we could split it between us and just drop it off with Joffrey to hide somewhere.
Oh, this is incriminating. Oh boy.
I mean, he seems like he would have the ability to get rid of it somewhere in like
Probably
it's a
better
set
than
of
you,
armor.
but
Yeah, just put
We-
it
I
somewhere
will-
it won't be noticed.
yes, I will try. He has somebody going.
If that doesn't work, I'll just throw it in the river.
Yeah,
We're
you were
back
able
to
you
the
were able
river.
to somehow dispose of it. Okay.
But
Okay,
dude, I'm a pirate. Everything I have problems with, it goes in the water.
that's fair. That is fair.
But yeah, around the end of the day that you deliver the cask of wine, the city goes into even more of a lockdown than it was on previously.
That's
So
fine.
everybody is on high alert.
Good thing
As
we're
we hear
inquisitors.
smashing in the background.
I'm like, all right,
Oops.
they're getting rid of the armor.
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
will
googling
also
things that
say
will probably
that
get
the-
me
the
put on
last-
a list.
Yeah, the last people that they were seen with was one of you dressed as a stormtrooper, so they don't know what Silver looks like. The other stormtrooper, so there were two stormtroopers with them, and then a third that was left to close the door. That was specifically told it's like, hey, somebody from the Inquisition is coming to get me. So I will say that disguise might be a bit.
The stormtrooper disguise.
No, the we're here with the Inquisition disguise, because there
Oh,
was
we
the guy
played that card too many times.
But yes, the guy who he told to lock the door until he gets back, you get the impression
Oh,
that
that's
he
right.
might have
I
told
know I
him.
fucked
Yeah.
up saying it was an Inquisition, but it was the easy
Yeah.
card.
So that's probably not good to use. You can still try, but just
That's fine.
Well,
That's
we'll just have to go back to not being the Holy Ladies Inquisition.
at least like Mr. Silver or Onyx didn't go back there as themselves.
I was very specifically avoiding that for this
Yep.
purpose.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I asked. Okay, so you've got that was that day. So you've got what is that? One more free day until the party. One or two?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the day I think that we're going to be trying to ascertain their location and then perhaps pre-poisoning some of the military guys.
Well, how are you getting into the fort?
That is something for us to discuss next session, considering the time.
I would love if you discussed it in between sessions, but okay. Keep it in mind. We're probably
Well,
good.
we already talked. We're gonna try to. Well, maybe it's hard with the lockdown to go around like, hey, we're a bunch of doctors. There might be a plague in the city, so we need to like give you special vitamin C drinks, and that'd be the fireball potion. I don't know.
That, or we could just tell people we were sent by Blackwood as extra security.
I mean,
We have options.
you would need to disguise yourself because all of you went in your current disguises
Yes.
as Inquisition, which is now a bit suspicious.
That's why I think it would be pretty easy to disguise ourselves as doctors, maybe, but we would need some. Yeah.
I mean, lots of plague doctors, big old crow masks.
We can certainly discuss it next time.
Yes.